doubt me. They said I didn't have what it takes.
Dark 985.
They don't know. PlayStation all day.
PlayStation is the best place to play.
Best place to play.
PlayStation, we got AAA games.
AAA games.
PlayStation is the best place to play.
Best place to play.
But they love to make us pay.
Yeah, yeah.
PlayStation is the best place to play.
Best place to play.
PlayStation, we got AAA games.
AAA games.
PlayStation is the best place to play.
Best place to play.
But they love to make us pay.
Mama, mama.
PlayStation is the best place to play.
Mama, mama.
PlayStation, we got AAA games. PlayStation is the best place to play.
They're making me pay.
But they love to make us pay.
Mama, pay.
PlayStation is the best place to play.
Mama, mama.
PlayStation, yeah, we got that dead space.
They're making us pay.
PlayStation, $70. Oh, but it's only $62 if I got EA Play. If I get it for $5, $62. Okay, I saved $3. PlayStation is the best place to play.
Best place to play.
PlayStation, we got AAA games.
Yeah.
PlayStation is the best place to play.
Mama. We gotta pay.
Oh, that's right. My Game Pass Ultimate subscription comes with EA Play.
Mama.
So I don't gotta pay that $70 anyways.
But we gotta pay.
Ain't that something?
Mama, mama,
The amount
mama.
of perks are just getting ridiculous.
Mama.
Stop denying
Papa.
it. Stop comparing services. It's not the same.
Papa,
There's
come back.
levels to this.
Papa, come back. Papa, come back. Papa got caught by a three-legged pony. Papa got caught by a three-legged pony.
PlayStation, we pay all the way.
Three-legged ponies. Three-legged ponies. Three-legged ponies. Three-legged ponies.
Go home.
You know they wanted to doubt me. They said I didn't have what it takes.
Dark 985.
They don't know. PlayStation all day.
PlayStation is the best place to play.
Best place to play.
PlayStation, we got AAA games.
AAA games.
PlayStation is the best place to play.
Best place to play.
But they love to make us pay.
Yeah, yeah.
PlayStation is the best place to play.
Best place to play.
PlayStation, we got AAA games.
AAA games.
PlayStation is the best place to play.
Best place to play.
But they love to make us pay.
Mama, mama.
PlayStation is the best place to play.
Mama, mama.
PlayStation, we got AAA games. PlayStation is the best place to play.
They're making me pay.
But they love to make us pay.
Mama, pay.
PlayStation is the best place to play.
Mama, mama.
PlayStation, yeah, we got that dead space.
They're making us pay.
PlayStation, $70. Oh, but it's only $62 if I got EA Play. If I get it for $5, $62. Okay, I saved $3. PlayStation is the best place to play.
Best place to play.
PlayStation, we got AAA games.
Yeah.
PlayStation is the best place to play.
Mama. We gotta pay.
Oh, that's right. My Game Pass Ultimate subscription comes with EA Play.
Mama.
So I don't gotta pay that $70 anyways.
But we gotta pay.
Ain't that something?
Mama, mama,
The amount
mama.
of perks are just getting ridiculous.
Mama.
Stop denying
Papa.
it. Stop comparing services. It's not the same.
Papa,
There's
come back.
levels to this.
Papa, come back. Papa, come back. Papa got caught by a three-legged pony. Papa got caught by a three-legged pony.
PlayStation, we pay all the way.
Three-legged ponies. Three-legged ponies. Three-legged ponies. Three-legged ponies.
Go home.
You know they wanted to doubt me. They said I didn't have what it takes. G6.
Doc 985.
They don't know. PlayStation all day.
PlayStation is the best place to play.
Best place to play.
PlayStation, we got AAA games.
AAA games.
PlayStation is the best place to play.
Best place to
Okay, later. Yo, what is going on, ladies and gents? You guys know what's up. It's myself, ya boy, Casual Gamer at its finest. And of course, we have my dude, the one and only, Geodude, Doc Dark, 1985, with the levels of layers this, like an onion. What's good, Doc?
I was worried there a little bit, ISO. I'm not gonna lie.
What you mean?
I thought you were gonna start the podcast a little bit weird. You usually have a little slight insult at me every single entrance, and you were really nice until you said Geodude. I was like, oh, okay. I was like the one and only. I was like, wait, what's wrong? Where's ISO? And then you said Geodude. I was like, okay, he's normal.
See, now I just can't be nice to you. Because it'd be
off. It's kind of weird.
It'd be a little weird. Like,
hey, sometimes you be coming in a little bit too aggressive. I'll be like, I wish I was sitting right next to you, you know? Yeah, something I was sitting right next to him, miles away. It's very easy to talk all that trash.
No, I know exactly how Doc would look too, with his face, right? But like, the fuck? I can picture it because you've done it multiple times. So yeah, but yeah, how you doing, Doc? What's good?
Hey, ISO, I've been good. Blessed. I can't complain. You know, we just had Easter.
Hey.
So, you know, I'm happy. I'm celebrating the good news. But besides that, man, I'm doing good. Like I said, I can't complain. Got back from vacation, right? As you knew, I was out there visiting the family.
Yep.
Fresh off of a Nintendo Switch OLED purchase.
Nice.
Right. Which is probably highly unnecessary since the new Switch is probably gonna drop soon.
Right.
But other than that, no, I've been doing good. I cannot complain.
Nice. That's good, dog. Well, I'm glad you're back.
And you, senor?
Oh, I've been great. You know, just been chilling. Right. I've been a little lazy, you know, past week or so, but you know, getting back into kind of like the flow of things and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, have I just not been getting the notifications, or have you been streaming less?
No, I just been lazy. Like I just totally was like, I don't feel like streaming at all, and I was just kind of being like a bum. But now I'm streaming again, so I'm getting back into it, continuing my Resident 4 playthrough, playing Valorant, all that good stuff, you know, doing what I do.
Oh, you playing Valorant again?
Oh, I've been playing Valorant. I'm Gold 3 now.
I don't know what that means. Is that good?
It's pretty good. I would say the average player base is silver. So I'm a little bit above the average player base, but it's still not good nonetheless. Like it's tough. It's tough.
Very nice, very nice. And you're enjoying Valorant?
Yes, I'm enjoying Valorant. Yes.
Is it true that in Valorant, in order to shoot, you have to stop moving?
Yeah, it's like CS:GO.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
Yep, a lot of skill. If you try to move and shoot, like your bullets just go everywhere.
Oh, but you physically can.
You can, as you're just not accurate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my son told me that, and I was like, "You're wrong." I told him I told him that you play this all the time. I was like, there's no way he would play a game like this.
Oh no,
that you couldn't move and shoot.
No, so the way it works is like you move, but then as you're about to shoot, you stop and shoot, and then you kind of strafe, like you go back, left, and right, kill them.
Okay.
Like it's not like you just completely stop. You know what I mean? Like there's still like there's a big skill gap that comes into it. It's tough.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Does it have a skill-based matchmaking too?
It has, yes, there's competitive, and it has its own like matchmaking rating for the other game modes. So it typically puts you around there, but in the non-competitive games, it kind of opens up more. So you're kind of versing people who either is a lot better than you or a lot shitter than you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's not terrible.
Cool.
It still works, you know.
That's what's up.
Yep. So what have you been playing, Doc?
I have been playing The Ascent.
I've seen that. Yes.
I am having a blast playing that.
Nice.
Honestly.
So why didn't you play this game when it first came out? What made you play it now?
Honestly, I saw a lot of bad reviews for it, right?
Initially,
yeah, and I just didn't want to get into it, right?
Okay.
Which is kind of funny when you think about it, right? Because I'm like the biggest guy talking about don't look at reviews or whatever, just play it yourself. But it was one of those things where like maybe not bad reviews, but it wasn't like overwhelming. And it was because that's one of those games that came out at the beginning. So everything. I should have known better. Anything that came out at the beginning of the generation was trashed really hard.
Right.
From Xbox side, like it was just trashed really hard, right? Like people hated the medium apparently until it went to PlayStation. Then all of a sudden the medium wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? Yeah, like it was crazy, right? People hated everything that Xbox that was coming to Xbox until it went somewhere else, right?
Right.
So I just never played it, and when I did play it at first, it was one of those games that I thought I could just play and not pay attention to like the backstory or read the logs or any of that stuff. But this time around, I don't know what made me do it, but I decided to actually pay attention to the game. And what I mean by that is this game is made by 12 people.
Right. It's a
Well,
small
no, by
group.
11 people. It was made by 11 people, right?
Yeah, it's a small group.
And it was a very small group. And you could tell that they spent all their time and assets on making sure that the game looked great and played great.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else, as far as the lore of the game, there was no real voice acting. Like there's a little bit of voice acting, but not a lot. Everything else in the background story of the game, you really have to read. Like there's a lot of reading in this game.
Okay.
But the more you read in the game, like when you're playing the game and you pick up a log or something and you read, and sometimes it's like it doesn't matter. No, in this game, all that stuff matters. It brings the world more together. And you understand exactly what you're doing. And now that I know exactly who I am and what exactly I'm doing, I'm like really, really into it. And it's a lot of fun, man. Like
Nice.
that's another thing. The gameplay of the gameplay is fun, which to me is huge.
Yeah,
so
that's important.
I'm really enjoying it. Yep.
Nice.
So I'm playing that. I do have Atomic Heart downloaded, but I started playing the set first, so I haven't played Atomic Heart yet.
I wouldn't rush on Atomic Heart. So
I heard. Well, you didn't like it till the end, but before that, you liked it, right?
In the beginning, yes, and in the middle,
Yeah.
got kind of like dragging. In the end, I thought I was gonna pick up, which it kind of did, but then it just kind of like went straight back down. So
Oh, that sucks. Yeah.
I wouldn't be hurt if you didn't play it. Like I would be like, yeah.
Okay. It's nowhere near something like a Plex Steel Requiem.
No, hell no.
Yeah.
Not even
Which,
close. Not even
shout
close.
shout out to the chat. That was someone in the chat said that Plague Cell Innocence is better than Requiem.
Woo.
I know, right? Automatically, gamer card taken away. I'm not gonna say who it was because I'm not gonna out him out like that, Because
Jeez.
overall, she's a good person, But
Oh, I already know what you're talking about. Why you gotta? Why?
What?
I already know exactly who you're talking about. That was easy. That was easy.
What are
I
you
know
talking about? What are you
exactly.
talking
Okay,
about?
keep going. Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
That ain't nothing.
Well,
Yeah.
there's only two people, so it's like 50-50 chance I can get it right now.
Yeah. So, I'm playing the set,
Mhm.
and obviously playing Apex Legends because that never comes off the console, and Halo Infinite because that never comes off the console either.
Right.
So
Nice.
that's it. What about you, senor?
So obviously playing Valorant like I normally do. Playing a lot more comp again with Valorant. I played this act and actually started from Silver 2 and went up all the way to Gold 3. So I went from Silver 2 to Silver 3 to Gold 1, Gold 2, Gold 3. So I went up 5 ranks, which is pretty dope, unexpected. So I guess I'm improving, but I still suck,
Very nice.
So doing that, and then I've been playing a little bit more of Battlefield 2042. It's been a lot more enjoyable, and there's a new like update coming out tomorrow, so that's nice. And I think there's another new update coming out for Modern Warfare, so we'll see if I hop into that. And then I've been playing a lot of this new game. Well, it's not new, but it's an early access game on Steam called Core Keeper. I bought this on the 3rd, and I already have like 40 hours into it. So I've been playing that with the fiance and some of the other family. We've been playing a shit ton of that. Really great game. It's only like $10-12. It's a small title on Steam, but really dope. It's basically like a I don't know how to explain it. It's a let me look at what it's called, because I it's hard for me to explain these types of games. It's kind of like similar to like Stardew Valley and all that. Let me see.
Called
Core Keeper.
Oh, Core Keeper.
Yeah, so it's it's a mining sandbox where you mine, build, fight, craft, and farm to unravel the mystery in ancient core. And there's like boss battles, there's like enemies in the game. You improve your gear, like you mine and shit like that. So basically, yeah, like Stardew Valley, but in a mining scenario instead of farming specifically.
You really like those games, huh, ISO?
I do, yeah. I'm a big, surprisingly too. I think what got me into those games was literally the original Harvest Moon on PlayStation 1.
Yeah. Now, do those games end?
They do, yes. Like there's an end goal to it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But
good.
then like you can keep going. Like the game allows you to keep playing. I think in Harvest Moon, like you have another year, and then the game like officially ends or something. But I think Stardew Valley is like forever.
Oh, Stardew Valley doesn't end.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, that's one of those games that plays well on Switch, huh?
Yes, it plays well on a Switch, plays well on the Steam Deck, plays well on, I would say, almost any. I think it's on the phone too. Yeah, I think you can buy it in the store on the phone.
Oh,
Stardew
I
Valley.
think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Because it's just like an 8-bit. I think they call it like an 8-bit game. It's like pixelated. Like that's the style, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
And Core Keeper is the same thing. So I've been playing a lot of that.
Do you know that I subscribe to Play Pass?
What the hell is Play Pass?
I know, right?
Is that the Google one?
Yep.
Oh,
Good job. Good
yeah.
shit. Good guess.
Yeah, because I remember they had something along the lines of that.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
Yep. That's subscribed to Play Pass. Well, I got it because of I subscribed to Verizon.
Oh, so it came with it.
Yeah, it came with Verizon.
Nice.
But I think it's funny because it's like, damn, I'm really all about all these subscription services, and I think Stardew Valley it might be part of that. I gotta check and see.
I mean, you should try it out. I mean, I don't know how the experience will be on the phone. But I mean, you have the little controller thing, so it might be better for you.
I do have the little controller thing, but to be fair, I also have an OLED. So.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, check it out on the OLED.
You know?
That would definitely be a better experience.
That'd make more sense, right?
Yep, it does. But let me catch up with chat real quick. So first off, we got Common Sense. Whoever's singing it, I give them an A for effort. It's not great, but it's decent. Definitely got to work on rapping skills, but potentially with proper training.
Wait, what?
You can read it. We got Purple Haze, Six Layer. We got True. Nintendo's best way to play, and Nintendo makes you pay. They do. They never got discounts on their goddamn games. We got
actually
Purple
lately
Haze.
they've been doing a lot of discounts lately.
Well, lately probably because they're getting ready to come out with the Switch 2. So I feel like it's just lining up to that.
Oh, you're smart.
Yeah, of course I'm smart. Big brain. We got
Damn,
Mugira.
that's genius, actually.
They love to make us pay. Damn, ISO, why you cut the song? I mean, we got it. We had to transition to the podcast. You know what I'm saying? We got the Legend 3-5-0. We got Albert G saying Doc is right. PlayStation is the best way to play. We have Jason up in here. Let's see. Legend said Doc, you're right. PlayStation is the best way to play.
Oh my God,
NBA playoffs is here. And then Purple Haze said Doc celebrating bunnies. We got Trey's Town.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Tell her not to do that. She know what I celebrate.
Trey's Down said, yo, Doc, you blowing in your controller.
Tell them to hit the like. Tell them to hit the like button.
Hey, hit the like button, guys. I appreciate you. We got Broman said it got cyberpunk feel to it. Legend said Persona series better. Purple said, dang, she got good taste. Let me see. Shout out to her for saying Plague Tale, for saying the right Plague Tale. Mugira said, Doc, like the brother you asked to do something, and first thing he say is brother told me to. Legend said ISO Persona 3 remake leak has been shown. It came from Sega, so it could be the real thing. Well, that would be dope as long as they do it appropriately. Because again, I have no problem going back and playing the original games like Resident Evil 4 and Persona 3, especially with the fact that they're releasing it on Steam, so I can easily go back and play it whenever I want.
I have no idea how the heck you guys play those games.
It's because
I asked Legend how long it takes. He said it takes over 100 hours to beat.
Yeah, it takes
We're not doing that.
Kai,
We're not doing that.
It takes like 200 to 300.
What's the fastest I could beat it?
For you, maybe like 500 hours.
You piece of shit. You got me cursing everything. What's the fastest I could beat it without doing side missions?
No, you have to.
Is it a difficult game though?
So what makes Persona grindy is you have two portions of it, okay? You have the story portion you have to focus on, and you have the dungeon portion, right? The story portion, in order to get stronger and to get better personas, you have to develop relationships with characters. And those specific characters are already like, hey, you know, this person is this person. Like, it's not like random people, right? Like, there's specific NPCs that you have to interact with in order to grow your relationship. And you do things like hanging out, you know, helping them through their story, or whatever their personal story is for the most part. But you also have to choose, okay, who do I want to hang out with? Because it's like each persona has kind of like their own trait, right? So it's kind of like Pokemon where you have fire, grass, electric. Same thing with the personas. Each one has their own traits where like maybe one is focused on magic, maybe one is focused on this thing or that thing. You know what I mean? So each one is powerful in their own right, but also have a weakness. So there's a lot that goes into it. And you also have your own personal traits, right, that you have to develop. So like your knowledge, your courage, your what is the other ones? Like charisma, right? And those affect options that you can choose in the story. And sometimes
Oh my God, this sounds intense.
you can't advance until, like, let's just say you have to have courage, right? So let's say you go up to this dude and you want to ask him like, hey bro, what the heck was that? If you don't have enough courage, you can't ask the question. So now you have to work on building your courage in order to ask that question and be able to progress that little story. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
how Fallout was kind of like that. Fallout 3.
yeah, in
'Cause-
in a way, yeah.
Yeah, you could upgrade. One skill that I upgraded was persuasion. So when I
Oh,
was talking to
persuasion?
people, I could persuade them
Yep,
all the
exactly.
time.
So
It helped out a lot.
yep, so that's pretty important. So like there's a lot of things that go into it. It's not difficult. The game it does seem overwhelming because you're like, damn, what should I do? But I mean, there is, people give you advice on how you want to go things, and then you kind of figure out as you go. It's not like
Yeah.
bad if you don't do it, but it's just it can affect how you grow as a whole, and especially when it comes to combat. So yeah.
Okay, good shit.
Yep.
Good
Yeah,
shit.
there's a lot.
That's not-
Let's see. Legend said, or Jason said, I'm 40 hours into Persona 3. Damn. Legend said he beat it in 140. But it's dope.
He beat it in 140 hours.
Yep. But see, Legend, I would say, is someone who is already very familiar with the series. So it's easy for him to be able to make these choices and understand how to go about it. But someone like you who's very new, you're going to spend way more than that.
Way more than 100 hours.
Yeah, 140. Because he, again, think about it. Legend played Persona 5, right? He played Persona 4, and then he went to beat Persona 3. I think he's actually going to beat Persona 4 now. But because he played 5, he was already familiar with how the game is. But someone like you who's never played the series, regardless, Persona 3 is one of the harder games to get into because there's not a lot of hand holding, while 5 does hold your hand a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And is it true that are they planning on remaking it, or is that false?
Well, that's what Legend said. He said that I guess people kind of found some shit. So I'm gonna wait. I'm not really tripping.
Oh yeah, so he said yeah.
So I'm not really tripping. If they do, awesome. If they don't, like, it does not bother me whatsoever. Like 3 is so iconic and amazing. Like Resident Evil 4 too. It's like I'm perfectly fine with the remake or not the remake because I can go back and play the original, whether it's in VR or on PC whenever I want.
Ooh, very nice.
Yep.
Okay.
But speaking of, let's go ahead and get into the first topic, which is the Resident Evil 4 controversy, right?
Let's do it.
All right. So
Yeah.
for those who don't know or who may not know, right? Basically, Resident Evil 4 Remake came out, and one of the biggest things that I guess fans are very disappointed in is the voice actress for Ada, right?
What about her?
She sucks. Simple as that. She sucks. When you know how a character sounds, especially when they've been in games and movies and things like that, you basically have an idea of how she should sound, right? Whether or not there's slight changes in it, no one really cares that much. But in the remake, she sounds very different. And for me personally, I was like, damn, she sucks. Like, I don't even know why they went with this chick. Like, she does not sound like Ada. Now, that's where it stopped for me. I just said she sucked. Now, other fans of the Resident Evil 4 series basically went and attacked this person. And it went up to the point where they complained a lot to Capcom for making this decision to have this person voice Ada that does not sound like her whatsoever. And I guess harassed the voice actress enough where she had to delete her Instagram page, which is very unfortunate.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that's the controversy, right? So like a typical average Joe might be like, damn, she sucks. And maybe complain to Capcom like, hey, why did this person voice it? They sound nothing like it, right? Maybe that's the extent of it. But to go as much as harassing the voice actress, and it got to the point where they had to delete their Instagram and all this other crazy stuff, that's unfortunate, right? It shouldn't even happen. Now, what I want to do to give you guys an idea of what it sounds like is I want to play a YouTube video that kind of shows the Resident Evil 4 original versus remake voice actress, right? And especially with Doc, he played the original, but he didn't play the remake. And for anybody else, you can get an idea of why people feel the way they feel. Like, you can be like, oh yeah, I can see it, right?
All right, let me hear it.
So let me see. Remake versus original Ada. Just to give you guys a snippet. You know what I mean? So let me play it, and then we'll go from there. Give me a second. Let me play. All right.
Look at Purple talking that. Purple, aren't you an Xbox gamer? That's right, Jason. I don't do grind.
Need a ride, handsome?
Jason knows.
Okay.
I mean, I've been embracing side missions a little bit more lately, guys. I have.
Hey,
I've been, you know,
smoke?
depends on the game,
I
I
do.
guess.
The kind you like.
You know,
Now where's the amber?
Doc, are you able to hear it?
I can't hear nothing. No,
No,
that's
you-
why I'm,
so-
that's why I'm still talking.
No, I'm playing the video. I need you to go on.
Oh, you want me to go to the thing? Okay.
Yeah,
hold
because I need you to hear it, right?
on. All right.
So to get an idea. So I'll play.
All right, go ahead, play it again.
Okay, so this is the new Ada, and it should play the next one after.
I do. The kind you like. Now where's the amber?
Fortunately, it's not on me at the moment. And you really should be telling me what a good job I did. Busted my ass and managed to hide it right before I got...
The sample.
Okay.
I'll go back.
Hey, señorita. Got a light and some smokes to go with it to make my day?
Where's the sample?
Okay, we skipped the foreplay. As a matter of fact, I was just going to get it. Where's the love, baby?
Sounds like fun to me. Just hurry up.
Okay, lady. Where do you stand on all of this? Exactly what kind of group are you working for?
There are some things in the world better off not knowing. This is one of them.
Fine. I can take a hint.
All right, and I'm gonna go back. So this is the new one again.
Hey, got a smoke?
I do. The kind you like. Now where's the amber?
Fortunately, it's not...
Okay, is it good enough, Doc?
Yo, that's not even close to the same.
It's not. It's not close to the same. It's very, very drastic difference, right? So that's the thing. So now that you heard the original and you have an idea of how she sounds, and then you have the new one, and I don't think she's a bad voice actor. She's
It's
not Ada,
not.
right? It's just not the character that we know.
It's not bad. What are we doing?
And
What
then
are we doing?
so people talk about it, right? People are like, the old Ada, she sounds more enthusiastic, and I guess like the way she interacts with other people, and then the way she interacts with Leon, she's a lot more flirty with Leon, right? But in the new one, she's kind of the same all over the place, right? So it's kind of weird when you're being flirty with someone, but you still sound the same as if you're talking to any Joe Schmo, right? So like that's an example.
Oh, so okay. That's a little bit different. So it's not just that she sounds different; it's that she's also not good at it.
That's what people know. I didn't get to the parts where she was very flirtatious per se, or I didn't notice too much because I already don't like the voice actress. So it's like, to me, it's already like, yeah, she don't sound the same. It's kind of rough, right? But along with that, so now that you heard it, obviously she sounds different, blah blah blah. It's crazy that the gaming community, as enthusiastic as they are, as passionate as they are with games, is they go so far to cause discontent to that person, even though it's not their fault. Because if Capcom allowed these three people, right, to, hey, who wants to be Ada? Everyone does their piece, all right, and we're gonna choose. They should be like, we're not gonna choose you. We're gonna choose someone else. If you go for a job and they choose you and not someone else, is that your fault?
It's not.
It's not. It's Capcom's fault at the end of the day, because they chose her when they should have known better, right? So I don't know how they went about this. And again, nothing against the voice actress, right? It's just she doesn't sound like Ada Wong, and it is what it is. That's it. Simple as that. Nothing against her personally. It's just as a character, I don't think you're a good fit. You know what I mean? But the fact that gamers and people go to that craziness is just nuts.
So I could see two folds to this.
Okay.
So I admire the passion of gaming.
Right.
I admire people that have a huge passion for gaming, and I know you call yourself a casual, but I don't think gaming for you is just a hobby. I think it is a passion for you. You are really invested into it. You spend a lot of money into it, and you I would say you love gaming.
Mhm.
Okay.
Facts.
So, in this game, I know for a fact you love this game. This is a game, we spoke about it before off stream, as to how you weren't sure if you played this game so many times, maybe because you were a little bit less fortunate back then and this is all you could play, or it's just what was available or whatever, but you played this game a lot, right? Beating it multiple times.
Right.
So a remake of this game was no question for you. this voice acting change means a lot more to you than it would to someone like me.
Right.
If you wouldn't have pointed it out, maybe I would have noticed. Maybe not. I would have noticed. But the problem is that these remakes that are being made, you're already counting on an audience that has already played the game and likes your game. So you should be able to tailor it to that audience, at least in the basic sense of having the same voice actors or similar voice acting. Certain things have to be similar. It's almost like when there was a little bit of outrage when they changed the way Peter Parker looked in Spider-Man.
Oh, right. Right.
Do you remember that? Right.
Yeah.
And to someone that's not really into gaming like that, it's like, okay, what's the big deal? But you got to understand, some people really like that game and it really meant a lot. It's like if tomorrow Nintendo changed the way Mario look, we would all say something about it.
Yeah. We're like, what
If
the
Mario,
fuck?
right, if Mario's voice changed, right, from "it's me Mario" to "it's me Mario," we'd be like, whoa, what, like, what are we doing, right?
Right.
So it's not a big deal depending on who you are. Now, where I get really disappointed with gamers is when we have, and obviously it's not all of us, but
Right.
it's when we have people that go to that extreme of now we're gonna be mad at whoever it is, and then they misplace their anger because, like you stated, it's not her fault. Like, she was the one that got hired to do it. It's Capcom's fault for not wanting to preserve their own image of what this game is, which is kind of weird, right? It's like, why would you not? How could no one see that this was going to be a problem? Or how could you think that fans of the franchise wouldn't notice something like this, you know?
Yeah.
So I find that really, really interesting.
Well, you know what I
But
think
you're the
it
one that
is?
really likes this game, so you tell me. Yeah, I do want to know what you think. I want to what do you think about it?
Well, I think, like I said, I think she sucks. She should not have been Ada. You know what I mean? Like every other character, for the most part, even though it may be a different voice actor, they at least sound relatively similar, right? Like I have no issues with Leon. I have no issues with Luis. I have no issues with Ashley. But for some reason, as soon as Ada spoke, I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I didn't even ask chat. I was like, hey, am I crazy? Or does she sound... She sound crazy weird. Like, it's not this...
So you did notice.
Yeah, no, I noticed off the rip. Like, you can... I mean, like, I played this game 5-10 times, you know?
Right.
And, like, what Mookie Morales said, that's different. Old ones sound sexier. Like, there is... Like, the way the old voice actress did, she knows how to play Ada, right? Ada was... Like, it's that, you know, that tone she does when she speaks to other people. But then when she speaks to Leon, like, it's that flirtatious tone where it's like, you see the passion in it, right? Like, you notice it.
Yeah.
But in a new one, you don't really notice anything. But yeah,
Does it
it's just,
take away from the game for you?
it does take away. Because every time she talks, I'm just like,
Okay.
bruh, I hate the way you sound. Because she's not Ada, but she is Ada. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn it. You know, you got to deal with it the whole game. And I think
Okay.
people are already trying to do it where there's mods to replace her voice.
Wait, they're doing mods to replace her voice?
Well, yeah, that's how much people dislike the new Ada. It's not, to me, she don't sound like Ada, so it's kind of like, eh.
See, that sucks. How much was this game?
60 on PC. I think it was 70 on console. I think. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, please, because I don't remember.
And if it wasn't for this voice acting, what would you rate the game?
Oh, I would say everything else is pretty good for the so far, right? I'm kind of like halfway through the game.
Yeah.
I don't mind the changes that they did. I like the changes. There's some things that annoy me with the.
Well, it's a different game.
Yeah,
right?
it's a different game to an extent.
Yeah.
I feel like the movement is weird. Like they give you more options, but at the same time, it's kind of like I feel like you move like a snail, and it's like, what the fuck?
What's up with the whole pairing thing? I saw controversy with that.
Well, I don't mind the pairing because the game is harder.
What is it? Explain it to me. What is it?
You basically can parry. In the original, you couldn't, but in a new one, you can.
You could parry what? Anything?
You can parry like, you know, certain attacks. You can't parry
Mm-hmm.
everything, but you can parry stuff, or at least until your knife breaks. So I was against it until I noticed how much harder they made the game. So think about this.
Mm-hmm.
In the original, if you shot an enemy in the head, they would get stunned, right? Period. No ifs or
Right.
buts about it, unless it was a beefier character, like not like a mini boss. In a
Yeah.
new one, that's not always the case. You can shoot a basic enemy in the head and they will not always get stunned. Sometimes it takes 2 shots and then they'll get stunned. So they did make it a little bit more difficult, and the enemies are also more ruthless. They hold you and all this other crazy shit, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so the game is harder. You good? Yeah. Fiance came in looking crazy. But so it's one of those where I see why they did it, and it's not a big deal to me. I forget to use it all the time though, because I'm just not used to it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks. I did see another controversy, which is the one I thought you were referring to, and it had something to do with microtransactions.
Oh, yeah.
or-
I'm
or-
disappointed as fuck that they did that.
Okay, what did they do? Talk to me about that. What did they
Okay.
do?
So essentially, when they added in mercenaries, which they said was DLC, which makes no sense to me because how is it DLC when it was in the original game? Like, what the fuck is that? You know, they added in.
For those of us that don't know, what is that? What is mercenary?
Oh, so mercenaries is basically just another game mode where it's like a horde mode, right? So you play as different characters, like Leon, Ada, Wesker, Krauser. I think they Hulk. I think they added other characters too, unless it was mods. And then you go through and basically you get a grade. You're trying to get as much points as you can. That's mercenaries. It's an additional game mode that you can play other than the story of Resident Evil 4. What they also added was microtransactions where you can buy weapon upgrades. And I believe the weapon upgrade is specifically for like when you max out the weapon after you upgrade everything that you could possibly upgrade, you can get the special ability with it, but you have to buy it. So normally it's like 80,000 like pesetas. I think that's what they call the money. But if you buy it, you can just use it like off the rip. I'm disappointed that they did it. I mean, it is what it is. It wasn't an original, so I don't like the fact they did it in this one. I'm just kind of like, damn, really? That's just how I feel about it.
Damn, almost as if like it wasn't good enough that you're already getting money because it's a remake. Now you want even more money.
I just just for the microtransaction, I was like, why? Like, why did you have to do that? Did you really need? The game is not that difficult where you can't upgrade a gun. I already upgraded one of my pistols, and I'm only halfway through. Like, it's not that difficult. Again, I played the game multiple times, so I had a better idea. But it's really not that hard, you know. So it's to me, it was like, okay, I guess.
I mean, microtransactions for
a single player game is always
for a single player.
Weird.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
That shit is always, no matter what the
There
game,
you
it's
go.
always gonna be weird.
Yeah, but if it's a single player game, it does hit different.
Yep,
it does hit different.
Well, let me catch up with chat real quick. Purple Haze said Xbox about to break your heart. Sanchez, yo, what's going on, Sanchez? How you doing, dude?
What up, Sanchez?
Purple Haze also said, hey, what's going on, Purple? Sixler said, I didn't remember her voice, but it's clear as day. This is bad. So even Sixler, where he didn't even remember how the old voice sounds, he was like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, it's a big ass difference.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
And we got 809 Lion. What's good, dude? How you doing?
What up, Lion de lo mio?
Sixler said, it should be replaced. The only problem is the people who take it too far. Yeah. I mean, I think it should be replaced because it sounds terrible. I'm sorry. Like, again, no hate against the voice actress. It's just, again, you're not a good fit for Ada Wong. That's it. You could be better someplace else. You could play, if it was a brand new character in this game, I don't care. No one else would care.
You see, that's another good point. That's another good point. It's a mainstay character.
Yep.
Can't do that to Ada.
Yep. So it is what it is. It's just I feel very bad that there was people who harassed her. That's something you should never do. I think
harass Capcom.
Yeah, and I think people were talking about it in the Discord, and I was like, nah, she sucks. I don't feel bad about that. She sucks. I'm not gonna take that away. I think she sucks, and no one can tell me otherwise. Like, nah, she's garbage. You can't tell me that I can't think that she's garbage. No, she's garbage. But I'm not gonna go out and harass her over it. I'm not gonna go out. Me personally, I'm not gonna even contact Capcom. Like, you already did it. What the fuck can I do?
Yeah.
To me, I'm just like, no, she garbage. She sucks. It is what it is. It is what it is. Lion said, I'm gonna max out my character on day one. I think you still have to buy I think you still have to actually do the money to upgrade everything else. I'm not sure how the microtransaction works. I just know they added it. So it's still due regardless.
A microtransaction is a battle that as gamers we've lost.
Yeah, it just depends how bad they do it. Like how crazy are they gonna be about it?
Yeah, they've made money off of it before. They're not gonna stop now.
Let's see. It's fine if Sutherland can replace David Hayter as Solid Snake. Everyone is replaceable. Well, yeah, Lion. Everyone is replaceable. But guess what? They sound similar enough where no one's gonna be mad about it.
Well, everyone is replaceable, but it doesn't mean everyone needs to be liked.
So you're telling me that if
Could
you
you
had,
imagine if they changed Master Chief's voice?
yeah, it'd be
Nah, that wouldn't fly.
if
That wouldn't
he's-
fly.
Yeah, so think about this, guys. Think of your favorite character. Okay. Think of how your favorite character sounds. And then think of one day they make the next sequel to this show or this game of your favorite character, and the voice sounds drastically different. You're telling me you
Right.
wouldn't feel some type of way about it?
Right.
I mean, I would. If they changed Goku's voice, I would feel some type of way about it. If they all of a
Oh
sudden,
my God! And you're talking about the American Goku's voice.
yeah, the American Goku.
That's not even what Goku really sounds like.
The Japanese Goku sounds very different. He has very
Right.
high pitch. Yeah, the
Right.
Japanese voice actress for Goku is a grandma. It's an old lady.
Is it really?
Yes, it's an old lady.
That's crazy. I
But
didn't know that.
she's been playing that role for like years. Years.
Yeah, yeah. But what you're saying is you have grown up and have learned to know this character by this
Yes.
voice.
But Lion, again, key word. What is the key word I said earlier, Doc?
Which one? You said a lot-
Drastically.
Oh, yeah,
Drastically
yeah.
change. If they sound similar, no one's gonna give a fuck.
Well. The hardcore ones might still care,
Yeah,
but it
but
won't
it's
be
not-
that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. But again,
Yeah.
drastic difference, Lion. Drastic.
Was Lion here when you played the tape? Like
Nah.
Lion, even people that don't
That didn't remember.
wouldn't even be able to tell could tell that those two voices are drastically different. Not only were they drastically different, the way that they talk is different. Like the inflections in the voice.
Yeah.
You know?
Again, if they're similar, not that big of a deal for me. I'm not gonna complain too much. I really not. But again, drastic. If I can notice it off the rip, that's bad. Especially for a game I played multiple times. If off the rip when they talk, I'm like, what the fuck? That's bad. That's pretty bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But if you're like listening, you're like, oh wait, does she sound a little bit different? Oh, is this the same actress? Oh shit, someone different. Oh, no wonder I felt like it was a little different. Like that's a totally different story. Let me rewind. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know where you can rewind to, but we did play it earlier, Lion. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever played so for this specific one, we're talking about the old Resident Evil 4 Ada versus the new. And if you rewind up to a certain point where we're actually playing the video or the voices of both games. I don't know when we did it, but yeah. Yeah.
You could clearly hear that.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. You have anything else to add, Doc?
No, that's good. That's good.
Oh, let's see. Sanchez said Purple Nintendo getting COD Mobile for 10 years though. COD Mobile. You mean COD the Cloud or COD Mobile? Because they're
two different things.
Yeah, they are two different things. That's why I'm kind of curious if you just meant
Well,
the normal COD.
you do know the Switch actually does have mobile games on it.
Oh, does it?
Unfortunately, it does.
Oh,
Yeah, it
I didn't
really
know that.
does.
Well, is
You
that
didn't know
really
that?
is that unfortunate? Is that
That
really?
yeah, that is very unfortunate. Why would you put mobile games on that?
Because fuck it.
Like legit mobile games on it.
Oh yeah, that's well.
Well, I guess you're right because it's not hurting anything, right?
Yeah.
It's not really hurting anything. But I'm about to log in right now to my Switch and I'll tell you.
Okay.
But yeah, they have like legit Android games that you'll be like, well, why the heck is this on here?
Yeah. Let's see. Sanchez said, hey ISO, did you ever finish playing Ghostwire Tokyo? Oh, I never played it at all. I never played Ghostwire Tokyo. Sanchez said, can the Switch run normal COD? No, hell no. It can. I mean, if they tried to make the game specifically for the Switch, obviously it would look drastically
on
different.
cloud.
Yeah, on cloud maybe, but not on the console. Not the way it looks right now. No, they would definitely. It would be a downgrade, 100%.
Me and ISO didn't tell you guys this, but we actually played Control on the Switch.
Oh yeah, we did. We did. It actually ran pretty good. It looked good too.
It looked good and it ran good. And
Oh.
that was on cloud. Okay, so Modern Combat Blackout.
What the hell is that?
It's it's a mobile first person shooter game. It's $2 on Switch.
Yeah, but it's only $2. How much is it on Google?
On
Look it up.
mobile?
Yeah, you have
I think it's-
Android.
I think it's free.
Oh, that's fucked. Oh, okay.
Come on now,
that's
you
a
know
problem.
Nintendo ain't playing
That's a
no
problem.
games.
Yeah, I mean, $2 is $2, but still, like,
Yeah,
goddamn.
Nintendo ain't playing no games. Dog. What? You want to be on our platform?
$2.
Pay
Pay me. That's funny.
Yeah, Modern Combat. I don't know if I can actually see how much it costs. I think I actually have it downloaded.
Oh, well, let me see. Let me see if it's on
Let me see.
iPhone. Let me look. You said it's Modern Combat?
Yeah,
let me look.
Modern Combat Blackout. Which I think is Modern Combat 5.
All right, Modern Combat 5. Yep, I see it. Okay, hold on.
How much is it?
It's free.
There you go.
Yeah, there's no price. It's free. So
Yeah, it's $2, baby.
yeah. Okay, that's funny though. Let's see. Balagun said, "I got Resident Evil 4 today for PS5. I can't wait to get home and start playing." Oh, that's dope, dude. I hope you like it, man. It's a good game. It is dope. Jason said, "Oh, my bad. I thought you was playing it." Oh, no worries, dude. Lion said, "Just listen to it." Oh, nice. So what'd you think, Lion? Do you understand what we're saying now? I see what you're saying. See, that's what we're saying. There's a drastic difference. Again, if they sounded similar, no big deal. It's all good. I don't think anyone would do it. The very minority of people would be complaining. But if you have a lot of people complaining, it's kind of rough.
That's a problem.
Little rough. But yeah, see, now you understand. I know, because I have no issues with Snake. I've never had any issues with Snake's voice actor. I know there were people comparing the old versus the new. That was something people did, but I never cared. I was like, nah, they sound similar. I'm good. I'm Gucci. However, she used to sound very seductive, like a stripper. I never thought she was a stripper. I never thought she was. I never thought.
But that's a problem. If that's how the game was, and you're remaking it, keep some aspects of the game. You know, if not, then don't remake the game. Call it a new game. You know, like if they're like, oh, we're gonna change it because we didn't like the way she sounded offensive. But that's what that game was. That's like if they tried to remake Grand Theft Auto 4 or Grand Theft Auto 3 and they changed certain missions because they thought it was offensive. It's like, well, then it's not the same game anymore, you know? So certain things you wanna keep, you know?
Yeah, especially when she was relatively the same in like movies to the games. Like, I mean, to try to change her on a remake is kind of, people are not going to be happy. I already know that for a fact. It's like she wasn't like that bad or anything. To me, even nowadays, I never thought of her as a stripper whatsoever.
No.
Yeah. I never thought she was like a stripper. I know she was definitely firm. She had that like sexiness to it, and she flirted with Leon, but that was about it.
Yeah.
You know, so developers can't win if they don't change too much. It's not worth. If they change too much, make it a new game. Yep, I agree. If you want to change too much, or they should just make that voice actress a new character.
Yeah, you're right, Lion. You're right, Lion. That's the dangers. That's the dangers with remakes.
I just listened to that with Apple AirPod Studios. Oh damn.
Yo, he flexing on us.
Yeah, I know. Now he's just flexing. He's like, I had that high quality shit.
Yeah, Apple AirPod Studios. Look at me. Whoa.
So Doc, when you gonna play Mighty Doom? What is Mighty Doom?
Oh, hey, who said that?
Jason.
Jason.
Damn,
he's gonna be disappointed in me. I actually downloaded it.
Oh shit, it's on Game Pass?
Mighty Doom?
Yeah, I don't know what Mighty Doom is.
It's a mobile game.
On mobile?
Yes, that I complained about it being promoted to me on the Xbox app.
Yeah, see, I didn't watch that.
It was on the Xbox app, not the Game Pass app, on the Xbox app.
So is it fun?
Yeah, I could see wasting time with one hand playing this game.
Nice.
No, not nice, because it's like, damn it.
Lion said Ada was trying to seduce you right there. But see, the new Ada can't do that, bro. The new Ada can't do that. You look at her like, fuck on my face. Okay.
Damn. Yeah. So I guess it worked.
Nice.
I guess it worked.
All right, let's go ahead and
move on. But let's move on.
Yep.
Yeah. This next topic is good too.
All right, so the next topic is the Steam Deck Rival. Go ahead, Doc. Kick it.
Does the chat know what I'm talking about?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
You haven't seen the new handheld that's been circulating? That dropped on the first promotion for it dropped on April Fool's Day. And people thought it was gonna be like an April Fool's joke, but now they're like, wait a minute, it's not. They confirmed that no, it's a real product.
Well, I know there is other products that are similar to the Steam Deck, but is it like the AO or something? Like the AYO or something?
Oh, pretty good. ALLY.
ALLY? Oh.
Yes.
Oh
It's
no,
called
this
the ROG Ally.
the ROG Ally.
Yeah, look it up. You can put it on the screen if you want. The ROG Ally. It's made by Asus. You know who Asus is?
ROG Ally. 2 L's?
Yes.
Oh,
You haven't seen this?
no.
So tell me you haven't seen this for real?
No, I swear to God, I haven't seen this.
Yeah, this is another handheld console that's
Okay.
coming out. That is just like the Steam Deck. It is not cloud based.
Okay, so it's basically another Steam Deck or
Yes.
a PC handheld.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
Hold on. I'm looking at the Accept. I'm looking at Asus.
you put it on the screen.
No. I'm just what is the specs? How can I look at the specs of this thing?
You would have to watch Dave 2D's channel, and he talks a little bit about the specs. It's still
Oh.
like a concept or whatever. No, it's not a concept, but it's
No,
still like very hush
oh,
hush.
oh my God, you can buy this motherfucker at Best Buy.
Well, you could put in for an email, yes,
Yes.
to tell you when it's available. Yes.
I'm about to put in my email.
Are you really?
Hell yeah. Hey, if it's
This
better,
dude.
I'll get rid of the Steam Deck with the quickness.
If it's better, you will.
Well, yeah, it's just a portable PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care who makes it. Just make a good one. The only thing good about the Steam Deck though is directly from Valve. So it's like hopefully it's we'll see how it goes, right? But I signed up. Okay, let me see. PlayStation? No, I don't think so.
PlayStation
Snapdog, ISO sub, rig my mic, no mic for a while, rig my Elgato Wave 3 mic stand, attach my rig my mid, just lay on my desk naked. What? I don't know what the hell you just said, man. I know all I got from that was your mic is fucked. I heard of the Dock ROG Ally look promising. 120 hertz screen, damn. But how big is this thing? Okay, wait, hold on. Who has that on their channel?
Dave 2D.
ROG Ally. I just want to see when he mentions the specs. I'm not gonna play the video.
I don't know if he mentions the specs completely, but I know that
The prototype.
Yeah, I don't think he mentions the spec completely. But he does talk about it, and he has it in his hand, and you can see like the size of it and everything. And yeah, it looks pretty promising.
I'm pretty sure from what it seems like, it looks like it's gonna cost way more.
Then
I think,
what?
I see it. Okay, I see what it has. Hold on.
You see specs for it?
Oh no, this is a random laptop. Damn.
I don't think they put on there like what the specs are. I don't think they have. But this handheld now, okay, from everyone that has had it in their hand, like Dave 2D, I think Linus held it as well, are singing its praises, saying like, yeah, this is the real deal. And the only thing they're saying is the only thing that's gonna hold this thing back is
price.
The price point.
Literally,
right.
that's the only thing.
What is the price point of this? Because the Steam Deck came in at a very, very modest price. You know, what's the Steam Deck? The cheapest one?
300. I think is
it 300 or 400?
I think it's. Let me go look. We can literally look right now.
I think it's 400.
It's 400. Yes, you're right. 400.
Yeah. It's 400, right? Because a Switch OLED is 350.
Yep.
But again, you're playing games natively. Steam Deck, you're playing games natively.
Yep.
That stupid G Cloud stuff is all cloud, and it's $300. That's dead on arrival.
Okay.
This thing. So there's there's other handheld consoles or PCs, handheld PCs that rival the Steam Deck and are better than the Steam Deck. It's just price wise, they're not even close.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's like you get so much for just having the Steam Deck, and it's owned by Valve, where they're gonna make sure or try to do as much as they can to get games to work on the Steam Deck. Because I mean, if you come out with a game and it really isn't that crazy, why not get it compatible with the Steam Deck? Because people will want to play on the Steam Deck. That's more sales for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I mean, people are doing it. Valve is very much like, hey, it's compatible. new games are coming out compatible, people are making, the attempt to get it compatible with the Steam Deck. It is a mini PC. Really.
So this is what I'm thinking. So with all of this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that somehow, some way, the handheld market is bigger than we thought.
Oh, it's gonna go crazy.
Because if it wasn't bigger than we thought, I don't think these companies would waste time doing this.
No, the Steam Deck is what started it. The Steam Deck is what showed.
Steam Deck or the Switch?
Well, no, for the PC side. Because
for the PC side, yeah.
Nintendo's been doing their thing with the handhelds. They've always been killing, like, we know this. But now, to have a handheld PC in holding it, right, on the go, Steam literally fucking opened up a whole market for this shit.
And again, making it at a reasonable price. That's the big key. Because they've had these handheld PCs before. It's just it was usually for the real big enthusiasts.
Yeah, it was a crazy price too. Like I think it was $1,000 plus.
Right. But now with this, it looks looking promising.
Yeah,
So you answered the question I was going to give you before I even gave it to you. So you would go ahead if this is better. And you see, that's the beautiful thing about PC.
Mm-hmm.
See, guys, that's the difference between PC players and console gamers. There's no loyalty to the hardware. If something is better, they're just moving on to whatever's better. No PC gamer is loyal to their 2070.
No, they're
to the 2070. No, they'll go and get the 2080.
No, they gotta listen. They gotta listen.
Oh, they will.
The commitment is to the branding of the hardware.
To the branding, okay.
Yeah, so like Intel,
like MSI or
Intel,
whatever.
MSI.
Okay.
So like for me, like there's things that go into, right. So I like to get.
Oh, you mean NVIDIA, AMD?
Yes,
is that what you mean?
Things like that. Yeah.
Okay, NVIDIA, AMD. Got
but
it.
Same thing with the graphics cards. Like I only buy EVGA graphics card, but that's because of reliability, right? So I don't buy it just because I'm a blind fanboy. Like, nah, they're reliable as fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, people still like the branding part. But hardware, yes, they're not gonna be stuck on the 2080 and only get the 2080 and everything about the 2080. Nah, they'll upgrade if they want. Yeah. Hold on, let me catch up with chat. We got a bunch going on. Let me see. Let me go up. 120 hertz screen. Where my mic attachment? Oh, okay. It's not on your mic arm. Oh, that's tough. How much is it? We don't know, Jason. I'm not too sure yet.
I have no idea, and that's the problem.
Doc, what up, man? What's going on, Reaper? How you doing, dude?
What up?
Just laying on my desk without anything. Oh, that sucks. Got an update video coming out soon. Linus Tech Tips already reviewed it. Yep, I want to watch the video later to see what he said about it. Doc Dark, what are you talking about? Spending more time talking about video games? What you mean? It's the podcast. Steam Deck is the price of a PS5, more expensive than Series S. Yes. Well, technically it's cheaper than the PS5 if you get the base one, which is $400. You're a price of a Series. What the hell, Reaper? And a lot of people just play at home. Bromate for real. What did Bromate say? Bromate. Oh, Linux tip. PC handheld might actually be a good market. Now PC fanboys can leave console war and focus on their handhelds. I don't think that's gonna happen, man.
So I did see something very interesting too, though.
What's that?
I saw that they are thinking about possibly this new PlayStation handheld thing.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it's supposed to be able to play the PlayStation games better. Like it's supposed to connect to the PlayStation better than just Wi-Fi. So it's not going to be Wi-Fi or internet, supposedly. This new, you know what I'm talking about, the new PlayStation handheld that's coming out? Okay, so you're going to need a PS5, but the reason is, supposedly, again, all rumors, guys, all rumors, they're going to figure out a way to have it connect directly to your PlayStation. And that's why the latency is going to be like way less and all that other shit.
I still think it's stupid, though. That still sounds stupid.
Similar to what the Wii U actually was. You know,
I still think
the Wii U connected to your Wii, but you didn't have to.
Oh yeah,
it wasn't like via Wi-Fi or anything.
Yeah,
you know?
I still think it's stupid.
I mean, it would be, but I mean, there's plenty of people that only use their Switch at home, and you know, when they take it off the dock, they're playing it at home. They don't really take it out, out anywhere or whatever.
Yeah, but you're not limited. You're not limited to the dock version, though. That's the thing. The thing that bothers me about this, regardless of where it's at, is the fact that you still need that main console you bought in order to do it.
Yeah.
The difference with the Switch is you have a dock. You're not limited to the dock. You just take that bitch out the dock and you're good to go.
Yeah.
So that means you have to have a PS5 in order to use this. While with the Switch, you don't have to have a dock. You don't have to. You can be like, I lost the dock and I'll give a shit. That's the difference. There is a legitimate difference, and I don't like the fact that it's essentially a remote play system. I personally do not like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either. But at least if it's gonna be a remote play system, it's got to be a flawless remote play system.
Yeah, and
the connection has got to be like,
yeah,
it's got to be better than what your phone could do.
But you know what that sounds like?
What?
Okay, so if you have a PS5, it's the same question that you asked me. Why do you need a Steam Deck? I already have a PC. Why did I need a Steam Deck?
Yeah, I don't know.
You asked me that question, and I told you too.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you guys, how often do I use my Steam Deck? I use it like every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love the fact I have it. But I only use it every now and then. But the difference is, again, I can play games natively on the Steam Deck, and I can remote play it to my PC. So
and see, that's another thing too, man. Like, the concept of the Switch is genius beyond belief, because even the games, and I've told you this as well, the games that you play on the Switch, literally, like, the difference between playing them on TV and playing them on the Switch is minimum, you know? Whereas there's games that I don't care what anybody tells me, man. You're not going to play The Last of Us and have the same experience on a 5.5-inch screen as you will as on a big TV.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Those are cinematic type games. Like, it's going to be different. Whereas you could play freaking Mario Kart on whatever freaking screen you want. It's pretty much going to be the same experience, you know?
And that's why the Steam Deck, it has its role, but not with AAA titles. Its role is not to play AAA games and AA games for the most part. The Steam Deck's role for me is to play those smaller indie titles, the games that are so simple but so amazing and that just fit that handheld concept, like Stardew Valley, Octopath Traveler 2, like Yakuza 0, perfect on the Steam Deck, runs flawlessly, right? But games like Apex Legends, can you do it? Yes, but I wouldn't recommend it. Like, I've tried it, it can run, but you know, you deal with what you got, right? You adapt, you overcome, it is what it is. So again, the Steam Deck is a legit additional option where I could play games natively and or remote play, or even via the cloud. I haven't tried the cloud part yet, other than remote. But I just don't care for cloud gaming, so I'm not really too bent on it. But let me catch up with chat real quick.
There you go. Lion said it perfect.
What do you say?
Lion said it's a fantasy to play AAA games mobily, but the application does not do it justice. That's absolutely correct.
Yep.
A AAA game is not justified on a mobile screen.
Yep.
Other games can be played. Like what you said, Stardew Valley.
Yep.
That you could probably play mobily.
Games like that is perfect for it.
Yeah.
Like the smaller titles, the ones that aren't really so like, depends on the style of the game.
Right.
The style of the game makes a huge difference. Let me see. Bro said it's running RDNA 3, the 512 gigabyte running like 650, and they have a 1 terabyte. I forgot the price on that. Reaper said Dock Dark handheld is portable. It solves the problem. It's more useful. Jason said Ghostwire Tokyo is playable on the Game Pass a day early. Isn't Ghostwire Tokyo an older game?
It is. It came out on PlayStation first.
Oh, so it's finally out on Xbox. Okay.
Yep.
Reaper said
that's the game.
That's why companies are putting in. I saw you like AMD. I think AMD is cool. I haven't bought any of their products yet, but that's because my motherboard is Intel, so I would have to switch it out. Lion said the R&D.
I don't like AMD.
AMD is actually getting a lot better, like a lot better.
Actually, aren't both these consoles, the PS5 and the
they're
Xbox,
AMD
based off AMD, right?
Yep. It's because they're cheaper though. If they went with Intel, they would be more expensive.
Oh, is the Switch Nvidia though?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know too much about the Switch as far as what it
I
uses.
think the Switch is Nvidia.
Let me see. The R&D was already being done before the Steam Deck. Argued the success of the Switch is the driving force for the handheld movement. Sanchez said, I can't play handhelds for too long. My hands get cramped. Reaper said, what's the sidebar? I have no idea. Balagun said, EVGA all day. Yep, EVGA all day. Too bad they don't make graphics cards anymore. Bro said the 1 terabyte Asus ROG is $8.99. Sanchez, what handheld do you use? ISO, I click 100. ISO, I use all AMD gaming rigs, Ryzen 5, 5600, RX 6600, all AMD. Jason said, it's what technology? Oh, I don't know. Reaper said PS5 Pro should be like a Nintendo Switch. Oh, hell no. They're not going to do that. Ronan said, that's me, dog. I leave my Switch 99% of the time. Lion said, feel the same need of the Steam Deck. Reaper said, ISO, you stay at home, no sit. Bro says, Steam Deck is godly when modded. Yeah, I have a bunch of shit on it too. Reaper said, dog, stop the cap. Dog spitting facts from Lion. Reaper said, The Last of Us 2 is the same game on a handheld and on a big screen. I mean, it's the same game.
You wildin'.
Well, no. It is the same game, but
It's not the same experience.
It's the experience that changes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jason said, but it's nice to have the options. Yes, exactly. Options are always nice. Lion said, oh, yeah, we read that one. Steam Deck is a cool option. ISO missing out. I had the Steam Deck. What you mean? Wait, Doc, PS5 and Xbox use AMD. Yep, Jason said yes. Reaper said it has a heart ISO. What is that? What? What are you talking about? What has a heart? What are we talking about? I sent you some of these. What are we talking? Cloud? What? Yeah, Doc, right. Switch use NVIDIA's Tegra.
Oh, there you go. I thought the
Nice.
Switch used NVIDIA, yeah.
The Switch uses the APU as NVIDIA Shield. Oh, okay. Or CPU, not APU? Or is it APU?
Ah. The same as the NVIDIA Shield, for real? I have an
Goddamn.
NVIDIA Shield. That's hilarious.
God damn. I
That's
gave you 100.
crazy.
Oh, I appreciate that, Ripper. Thank you. But what? Okay, so we're gonna say, Doc, before I caught up with chat.
No, I just my biggest thing is I think it's so interesting how clearly there must be a market for this, because if there wasn't, these companies wouldn't be into it. And the
Well-
more these companies invest into it, and I'm really glad that the Steam Deck did that price point, because that's gonna make it compelling. The only way
Yes.
you're gonna outsell the Steam Deck is by making something better at the same price point, or
Mhm.
something equivalent at a cheaper price point, or something way better and only maybe just a little bit more expensive. Either way, like you just stated, options. This was good, like real options. Because yes, we have options to buy different handheld PCs, but the price difference is so ridiculous that it's
Yep.
like, is it even worth it?
But here's the one thing I'm worried about with this
Go
new
ahead.
Asus ROG thing.
Go ahead.
Is it gonna be supported enough, right? Because Valve is gonna make sure their games work on the Steam Deck. So is it essentially is like, hey, as long as the games work on the Steam Deck, it's gonna work on the ROG. But
Wait, does
not-
Valve make games?
well, I'm talking about the games being made on Steam. You know what I'm saying? Like on the Steam platform.
Oh,
Yeah.
so if a game is we
'Cause-
see that might be a problem though. Hey, if you want to drop a game on Steam, it's got to be able to work on a Steam Deck too.
Well, no, they don't make it like so. I don't know how they go about it, but obviously devs are trying to ensure that there is Steam Deck compatibility with it, right? When they're bringing out
Yeah.
a new game, a lot of the questions a lot of PC gamers ask is it Steam Deck compatible? Like that is a main question, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, like, if this ROG comes out, are devs gonna? Do you really think they're gonna try and make it compatible to that or compatible to the Steam Deck? You see what I'm saying? Because now there's gonna
I
be,
see.
and I don't see them doing that. I see them focusing on the Steam Deck, which it works because if it can work on the Steam Deck, it should work on that too. There shouldn't be any differences. It's just a stronger device. So it sounds simple, but I just don't know if it's as simple as it is. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So if it's Steam Deck compatible, is it automatically going to be Asus ROG compatible?
Right.
Is there going to be software compatibility issues? Because the Steam Deck software is going to be very different from the ROG software, and I believe it's just Windows 11. So maybe there's not really going to be any issues, but I don't know. Like I never had a different handheld PC device, and I never looked into what issues they had like compared to the Steam Deck. Because the Steam Deck has Steam OS. They make it stupid easy for you. And from looking at the video, it looks like it's literally just the Windows 11 screen. So how like I do like the fact there's a handheld console, but I would like
Yeah.
it to be more handheld friendly considering,
Yeah. How much are they actually willing to invest into it?
right, like how is it gonna fit well into this market with the Steam Deck, especially coming at the price point where like yes, it is stronger, but is it worth it?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So Valve by default has the advantage.
Yes, like I think they do because, but again,
Yeah, no,
I
they do.
think
You explained it.
as long as they make it compatible with the Steam Deck, I don't see any issues. I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't know, right? Like it's just kind of hard to say. Like I'm just kind of thinking out loud, right? With
Yeah.
with what is the capabilities, what is going on. And you guys might hear a game pop up. My bad. I gotta turn down the audio once I'm actually playing Core Keeper, or I'm loading it up right now. So
Saying what?
Core Keeper.
Oh, I downloaded?
No, I have the game. What you?
Oh.
I've been playing it. I gotta turn down the audio because we're in a podcast, right? So yeah.
Damn. Okay, so you're pro this handheld market. I am pro the handheld market as well if it's done right. I mean, I have a Backbone, I have a Razer Kishi, I have a Nintendo Switch Lite, I have a Nintendo Switch OLED. Like, I'm pro the handheld market if it's done right. It's just I don't know if I would actually use a Steam Deck or how much I would actually use this thing as well. I'll tell you what though, if either the Steam Deck or this thing allows you to download Game Pass games, it's a wrap. It's over.
So let me see what chat was saying because I saw some stuff. Let me see.
Now stream Game Pass games. I can already do that on my phone.
Yeah.
But if you're allowed to download Game Pass games on one of these things.
Oh wait, hold on. It's running Windows and Game Pass is backing. I did see the Game Pass logo. So wait, are you guys telling me that Xbox is investing in this ROG?
Well, the thing is, the Game Pass logo is on a lot of shit that uses cloud too, though. So we don't know what that means.
I see what you're saying. So I mean, I am curious. Like, if Xbox is legitimately backing this, that changes a lot too because Xbox makes a lot of PC games. So this kind of changes. This changes
this could
things.
be exactly what rivals the Steam Deck. Yeah,
this does change things. So we'll see. We'll see. I want to see more. Let me see. Windows could be hard to use, and then you got SteamOS. Doc needs to get his kids into Hustler University. Mookie Wild said, "Big brain ISO, but what if Microsoft enters the market with a wallet?" See that, like we just mentioned, that would be a different case scenario if that is the case. With their wallet, like, you know, they invest in it.
They invest in this. Yeah.
If they their way of entering this market is putting money into this ROG, you know. Fountain said, if Asus can't run Steam and needs Xbox native like the Series S, well, it's a Windows PC, so it can't run Steam. I don't see why it wouldn't be able to.
Right, because the Steam Deck is not a Windows PC, right? It's Linux.
It is. No, you can install Windows on it.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, you can. You can install Windows on it, but it is Linux. Yes.
Oh, that's so interesting, bro.
It's a mini PC. That's literally all it is. But the thing is, you have SteamOS.
Linux. You have what?
Then you have SteamOS.
Right.
Yeah.
Which SteamOS already has. Yeah, SteamOS is already like ahead of the curve because it's got big controller mode or whatever you guys call it already, right?
Right.
So you could play games with a controller already.
Yeah, you can connect a wireless controller too if you want.
Yeah. You were also telling me that Steam now has this thing where it tells you which games are compatible right on it.
Yeah. Yep. It does do that.
So if you had to buy a game, you already knew, okay, this one's compatible, this one's not compatible, you know?
Yep.
That's a pretty big deal as well.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's some good stuff.
Oh, yo, what's going on, Bio? Doc, use your Steam Deck on your break. Doc doesn't have a Steam Deck.
I don't have a Steam Deck.
Probably his Game Pass logo is on anything like is Microsoft Gaming, or that is Microsoft. No, you're not wrong. That's why we're asking, like, if they really are backing it. It is on everything. I'm not even, we don't doubt that whatsoever. But if it is a case where they're like, you know what? Let's support this. Why not? I mean, Microsoft got mad money.
Right.
Oh, maybe they are. It's a Microsoft device. Who knows, right? Like, you literally have Windows on it. Maybe they will support it. I don't know.
I mean, it would make sense.
Yeah, I have no idea. Let's see. Bro said, well, it might just be a Game Pass PC. Not sure. Well, even if it is, the games still need to be able to run on it. So it's kind of like whether or not you can still install the. Ooh. Oh, you know what? We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Doc, the Andrew Tate of Xbox, is Doc gonna get sent to the gulag?
For what?
I don't know. More like of Game Pass. What you mean, Purple? I'm chilling in the Mushroom Kingdom. I'm not associating myself with Xbox, sadly. Oh God. Oh.
Who said that? Who said that?
Bio. You would think that's K9, but no, it's Bio.
Oh no.
Wait, hold on. Does the Mushroom Kingdom have Wanted Dead on their platform? I'm kind of curious. Let me know. Let me know. But you know what? I want to see more. I do want to see more, and it depends on the price point. I wouldn't, if it's around like literally 600 plus. I wouldn't. I don't think I'll trade up for it.
Okay.
I don't think I would, because again, there's too many variables that I'm kind of curious about. I think I would definitely have to wait at least 6 months into this device to see how they're supporting it and what exactly is going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a pretty if anything, it's pretty interesting. I'm liking the times that we live in. I will say that the fact that these devices are coming out, I think it's pretty cool, especially for busy people like us. And I'm not gonna lie, it was nice when I was on leave playing my Switch on the couch with my kids and everything as we were watching Love Is Blind with the whole family, but we were playing, Smash Brothers at the same time. And mom was happy, kids were happy, I was happy. Like it was dope.
Nice. Let's
Yes,
see. It can't run the Switch, but still, I don't like what Xbox is doing, which is why I'm not associating myself with them. That's fair. I can't blame you. You guys play where you want to play. That's a fact.
Right.
Wanted that is still my game of the year. Nice, dude. See, I'm still happy. I've never been like dissatisfied with PC, even though games have came out fucked.
This generation, well, I guess that maybe I should wait until we go to the next topic, because that'll bleed into the next topic.
Okay.
As well.
So
let me know what else you got on this.
Well, see, this is funny. So Lion said, "Bro, if you busy, you got no time to play on the go, bro." Tell that to the fucking cloud gamers when that shit was hot.
No, that's Lion. That's not true, Lion. That's not true. You know how many times, especially my handheld gaming goes up tremendously when I go visit my kids, and it's something as simple as we're running errands. Mom wants to run into the dollar store real quick. I don't feel like going in there with her. I know how long that shit's gonna take. Hey, I'm gonna stay in the car. Boom, I got my Switch on the side. I pop it open, start playing. Just a quick, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes of gameplay. And it's nice. It helps. Or sitting on the couch, like I mentioned, when other people want to use the TV, like legit, when other people want to use the TV, and all of us are just playing, Like it does have its uses, but again, it only works depending on how fast you get into the game. That's really the key. How fast do you get into a game? And if you have a Switch, when the game is suspended, as soon as you turn on the game and go back in, that's it. You're in. You're in there.
Let's see. Bio said I might as well get a PS5 just to piss off Xbox and Phil Spencer. Now, fuck them. I'm gonna give a shit about them, bro. I play games.
You're not gonna piss off nobody.
I do not care. I will buy a PS5. I will buy a Steam. I have everything because I love the game. Because I'm just a casual gamer at its finest. That's what I do.
Yeah.
But I have a PS5. As much as I don't like what Sony is doing all the time, but they're not doing a lot. I have an Xbox, even though honestly I don't need an Xbox because I have PC and all their games are going to Xbox. I just, I'm fortunate enough, to be able to do this. But yeah, I just like to play games.
Lion sounds like he only plays when it's convenient.
He's a convenient gamer, just like Purple.
Yeah. You know how we feel about those people.
Let's see. If you're working, focus on your career. You have no downtime at work.
What? Who said that?
I don't know. Lion. I think you can play on the go. You just have to be in the right situation and environment. It's not every time, but yeah, like Doc said, he does it. It's time and place. It's time and place for everything. But yes, I do believe you can play on the go. I just think it's very dependent on what you're doing. For some people, that doesn't work because when they're on the go, they're on the go, like they doing shit. But when you're not on the go, hey, sometimes playing in that type, like that on the go experience or that handheld experience is going to be better for them than playing on a console. Like,
bro, I played Breath of the Wild for an hour and 50 minutes. That's how long my flight was. I played it on the plane. Like, why was that wrong?
For example, I was going to get a Series X, but bought a PS5, and Doc said the PS5 was the best next-gen console. I play at home or on the plane. See, I personally play at home or on the plane, or someone else's house if like you're just shooting the shit or something. Like again, situation would determine.
Right.
Yeah. That's why I think it's funny when the whole cloud thing was happening. Like, oh, I do this and that all the time. I'm like, I mean, you can, yes, you 100% can, but I ain't doing it. I'm actually doing stuff. I can't do that. I don't want to do it either. Like my focus when I'm out is to do this or that, not to play games. I prefer to play games at home because I can, and it's not that big of a deal. I'm out, I'm about, I'm gonna chill, do my thing, and then bounce. Go home, start playing some games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Bao, just working while listening to ISO and some random guy from the peanut gallery. Oh my god. Yo, dog, you're part of the peanut gallery.
Who said that?
Oh my god, Purple, you're hilarious.
Oh, Purple got
Oh
jokes.
my gosh.
Yo, our Purple, she always be coming for my neck. All right,
Oh,
Purple.
Bio said a peanut gallery. I'm confused. She's talking shit about Doc, Bio.
She's talking shit about me.
Because she says she's listening to me and some random guy. The random guy is Doc.
I'm actually agreeing a lot with Purple. I know Purple likes Nintendo a lot.
Oh yeah, she loves Nintendo.
Yeah. And she's still coming at my neck. God damn.
Yeah, she ready to cut you, Doc. She's like, pow pow. She gotta defend the aha.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Oh. I like what you did there. I like that.
You like what?
Yeah. You know what? Every time we talk to Purple, we're like, uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Freaking
Purple.
My god, dog, you ridiculous. But yeah, I think we're good there though. You want to move on?
Want you to game as you game and you're gaming, cause you're a gamer. It's okay with me.
When it's convenient.
When it's convenient, you game. If you're not gaming when it's convenient, you're not a gamer. Hashtag the deal's not going through. That's a new hashtag, by the way. She's dying on that hill that the deal's not going through.
Damn.
Yeah, she could be right because she was dead wrong about Stadia. So
she was dead wrong about Stadia. Oh my!
She got me right about something. She's dead wrong about Stadia. Jesus, she was so wrong about Stadia. Ugh. Poor Purple.
This is bringing up a different point of view. Let's say sponsor ISO, your local peanut gallery. Today's sponsor, aka not really a sponsor, is Sparkling Ice Caffeine, citrus twist, flavored sparkling water. You get hydrate, refresh, and refuel with zero sugar, calories from natural sources, and antioxidants and vitamins. On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, will we finish this can? I don't know.
Well, you haven't finished the can yet?
I don't know.
You're stupid. You're stupid. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yo, they be ending those episodes at the worst time too. They'll be like in the middle of a freaking Kamehameha and shit.
And he's like literally like, will they defeat Frieza? Will
Yeah.
the planet be destroyed?
Yeah.
Will Gohan leave the planet with Bulma?
Yeah.
Find out next time. And then the next time it's like, will they find fuel for the fucking ship? And it's like, bruh, what the fuck? That shit was a meme.
And the proof is in the gaming. See, that's how you know I'm a fan of purples. I'll be watching purple. I'll be watching. Where do you go, ISO?
I'm here. Okay, so go ahead. Send it to the next topic.
All right. I need full chat participation in this one. I need full. Listen. I need you to participate, and I need you to be honest with yourself.
Hold on.
Okay?
I got this. Hold on. Wait a minute. All right. So Bio said, "Will ISO ever get a sponsorship? Is Doc going to the Gulag for 3 months? Tune in next time on What a Warrior podcast." Hey.
So this this entire generation has seemed like the majority of the consensus is that gamers are not satisfied. Everyone finds something to complain about, finds something that they're not happy with. I mean, even to include good things. So for the most part, the praises that Resident Evil 4 was getting, now we have a controversy and people are mad about it, right? So my question is this. Has gaming gotten better or has it gotten worse? But I don't want you just to say whatever the popular answer is. I want you to look at your own gaming within the last 3 years. Have you been enjoying gaming? More or less? Why? Yes or no? You know what I mean? Because I feel sometimes that we run into these talking points that some people may feel that way, and it might be true for them, and then we just attach ourselves to it, even though it's not the same for us. We might not actually feel that way when we actually do it, right? So for me, I'll start first. Gaming for me has not gotten worse. It has not. I have gamed more than I ever have. I tried more different experiences than I ever tried. And the majority of the time, most of the games that I have played have looked good, have ran great, and if they're older games, have been upscaled and FPS boosted. So for me, gaming has not gotten worse. And that also includes the newer games that I have played as well. So like Hi-Fi Rush was great. A Plague Tale Requiem was great. You know, Plague Tale Innocence for me was also great. You know, so I hear people when they're saying that gaming has gotten worse or whatever, but I want you to make it tangible. Tell me, how has gaming gotten worse for you? That's what I want to know. So you go next, ISO. Has gaming gotten better or worse for you?
Gaming has gotten better.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Why?
Because I'm continuously gaming. I'm having fun. I mean, I'm playing new games. I mean, I'm not disappointed. Is there games that are ass when they come out? Are they fucked up with performance? Yeah, they are. But there's so many games coming out where it's like, if you have that one game that's super messed up, there's a bunch of other games that are awesome that you can play. But if your main focus and the only game you wanted to play was that specific game, then yeah, you're fucked. Well, guess what? Have some variety in your gaming. Play a bunch of different games you could. That's why we got a backlog. No problem.
Okay, good.
That's why for me, I'm still continuously playing new games. It's not that big of a difference.
Chat, go ahead and jump in. All right, so let me see. So here goes Purple. So define gamer. Are we talking console gamers or like everyone, console, PC, whatever? Yeah, if you play video games, Purple, define you. Is gaming better for you? It's gaming better for you, Purple. Don't try to define for anybody else. If you consider yourself a gamer, has gaming gotten better for you? Let me see. Lion said gaming is better than it's ever been. Okay, from a AAA to AAA. There are more games coming out than ever. You can game on more devices and on any budget. Ooh, that's a good point. You don't gotta be rich anymore to play nice games. Let's see. Bio said last year I played the most variety ever when it comes to game genres. Yup, I've played games that I didn't think I'd ever play, and I've enjoyed them. Very nice. Jason said I can't keep up with the games. There are so many. Okay, Purple said I would say movies and music have gotten more worse than games, but again, I generally don't play games day and day. And wait, so I usually play highly rated older ones. Okay, so you're still enjoying gaming then, right, Purple? Is that what you're trying to say? David said way better with all the subscriptions and all the free to play. I wish I was a kid again. No responsibilities and play all the time after school. Okay. Bio said most of the games in my backlog are open world and it turns me off in a way. I just want to play an 8 to 10 hour game, but there are some exceptions. Severin said,
You know what I think of? Wait, who the fuck? I think of the villager from Minecraft.
Purple say, yeah, I wouldn't play if it wasn't enjoyable. No. Purple, it's not whether or not it's enjoyable. It's whether or not it's better than what you remember. Has it gotten better? Or has it gotten worse? Severin, the topic is, I see a lot of people saying that gaming is not the same. That gaming has gotten worse than it used to be. But I can only speak from my own experience. For me, gaming has not gotten worse. There's a lot of things in gaming that I don't like, right? But gaming has not overall gotten worse. For me personally, again, this is a personal question. Have you enjoyed gaming this generation?
Think
So
about
within the
this.
last 3 years, has gaming gotten better or worse for you? You know?
Think about this too. The people who are saying it got worse are those who played all the OG games, PS1, Sega, Nintendo, all that stuff. Think about it. Those games, it wasn't perfect. They had shitty controls. They were fucking hard as shit sometimes. It was tough. But for the most part, we played it. We enjoyed it. They look like shit. They were pixelated as hell. Games nowadays, they look absolutely beautiful, right? Some games have shitty storylines, but guess what? Those games still existed back in the day, right? There's
Right.
so many like changes with how video games are nowadays. Are they all good for the most part? No. But there's so many games, whether it be indies, triple A up to triple A, where they're making those changes. They're making games that are great fucking games. You know, you have games that look beautiful that with different styles of art. You know, you have games that are still like pixelated or like 8-bit or whatever you want to call it, and they look beautiful, right?
Right.
It's crazy with the different varieties that we can get. And in my honest opinion, the best variety of gaming is on PC.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Let's see what Severin looks like. He says something too. Say,
Oh.
if you want something new, stop buying the same old crap you always do, and it won't be saturated then. You just spoil the choice, that's all. Severin, what does that have to do with the topic? These publishers are only going to greenlight something safe they know will sell because people have very known purchase. What does that have to do with the topic, Severin? Answer the topic, Severin. Been gaming since the 90s, by the way. Good for you, Lion. That's what's up. I'm sure people thought the same way towards graphics for games back then, similar to nowadays. It's just technology has advanced. That's true.
And think
I
about
would
it,
say
with how
technology has
gaming.
gotten worse for the most part.
Wait, you say the game
Purple
yeah,
said
game polish. Yeah, game
Game
polish
Pod has gotten
specifically.
worse.
Yeah, I think it's gotten worse. Game polish. Yes. Because now I agree with that because people focus on updating the game after they release it. So yes, I agree.
Here's something else I could say as well. They purposely don't put all the content in these games anymore.
Yep.
They make these games already knowing that they're going to go ahead and No, Seven, I'm not saying gaming is getting worse. I'm asking what is your opinion? Is it getting better or worse for you?
Yeah, no, Sev, you misunderstood. Yeah. Doc didn't say it was worse. I don't even know if you gave your opinion yet. Did you?
Yeah, I did. I said right at the beginning. For me, it's not worse.
Oh, okay.
Right,
See, it's not
this is the
worse.
most I've ever. This is the most I've ever gamed. This is the most variety I've ever gamed.
The most available.
The most available I've ever gamed. Right, exactly. And for the most part, this is the best games have ever looked and the best games have ever ran. Do I want games to run better? Obviously, but I mean, I'm playing older games upscaled at 4K 60. You know what I mean? So no, like gaming has not gotten worse for me. But like I said, like I was about to say until I saw Severin's statement, I don't like the fact that they already know not to give you a completed product in a game. Every time they make a game, they're already thinking about, okay, what can we do as far as making a DLC possibly for this? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Like think of the actual main game, like get the story out. What you intended to do for the main game should be the main game. And then additional storyline aspects, the DLC is a whole different thing. But it shouldn't be something that like, oh, if you want to know the answer to this, you need to buy the DLC. No, it should just be a whole new story away from the original game.
Right.
That doesn't affect the main game story. Like if it's legit, like just additional, like let's just say you wanted to know the backstory, or they're like, oh hey, we're gonna let you play the playthrough of this character because he ran away, you know, and you never saw him for like 3 missions, and they let you play those 3 missions as him. That's a whole different concept.
But if they make that like well after the game is out, okay, I get it, right? Yep. But if it's literally like the game drops and then next year there's a DLC for it, that's like that. It's like, wait a minute. That means you already had this done. You know what I mean? That means you already pretty much had this ready to go. Or like Resident Evil 4, this new DLC, they're dropping what? Oh, just when did Resident Evil 4 drop? Not that long ago, right?
It was. You want the date? I can look at the date.
But it wasn't what, like 2 months ago, if that, right? So I don't know. Well, I can say this: there is much more pressure now, Purple, to release a game as soon as it as soon as possible to catch in on the hype, so to speak. So that would be your main issue, really. Perhaps still that part of gaming is worse. Yeah, I could see that. We have this saying in this industry that goes like this: when we say the game is going gold, we say it's going gold because it still needs more time in the oven, usually, but we have a deadline to meet. Okay, I know the pressure. I'm usually the one pushing for devs to stick to a deadline. I played Devil May Cry first last year, and it's an old as hell, 2001. But for what it is, especially for that time, it's pretty cool to witness. Well, people pushing devs to stick to the timeline are making the very thing you call a problem. Yeah, I can see that. Severin, I don't think you still answered though.
Oh, yeah.
What is gaming like to you, Severin? Has gaming gotten better or worse for you?
No, devs usually agree to one thing and then always push back every single time. Oh, what you mean? Can we get clarification on that?
Ooh, I don't think she knows she's talking to a dev.
Well, he's a coder.
Coder dev.
Coder dev. Yep. For me personally, gaming is better. Nice. That's good.
Yeah, so here we go. So like we can all identify that there's issues with gaming.
Yes.
But for the majority of, I don't think, has anyone said that gaming has gotten worse for them the past 3 gens?
Well, this is my thing, right? If you feel like gaming is worse for you and you're not happy gaming, you need to stop gaming. It's as simple as that. Or you need to change how you game, right? So an example is I'm going to use Bio. Bio is not happy with Xbox. So guess what he did? He's going to Nintendo. And if he's happy with that choice, that's what matters, right?
Right.
It is what it is. I don't care if you don't go to PC. I don't care if you don't go to PlayStation. I don't care what you do. I just want you to be happy. Enjoy your games. You know, just don't fake the funk.
Social media has ruined gaming? What do you mean? Explain. I don't think I've ever seen anybody actually blame social media. What do you mean?
Oh, K9 has.
Like TikTok?
I'm
Or do you mean like just YouTube and Twitter?
I think I think that goes into like journalist, like Metacritic, like all that shit, like Digital Foundry. They're like a mainstream.
Oh yeah, Digital Foundry. I can't say them either. We have experiences now that are just impossible to make if you go back. I also don't have social media. I don't get involved in the fanboy wars, etc. So maybe that's why I have going for me. Yes, sort of, Doc. Okay.
Well, Bio said most games have to be a certain way in order to become successful towards social media. They shit on Wanted Dead because it's different and it went over their heads. It's a love letter to older games. I don't think that's always true though. There's always games that social media doesn't always cover, but they blow up or they do well.
Hi-Fi Rush is not a social media giant.
And it did well.
And it did well.
See, I think it just depends. Because not all games that are good.
Yeah.
And even if, to be fair, even if you see it as good, it doesn't mean everyone else is either. So it's kind of a weird thing, right?
There's just games that are underrated, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true. Literally, that's what it is.
And there's games that are overhyped, unfortunately.
Yeah. And then there are games that are underrated that do get noticed, but that can't happen to everything. Unfortunately, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Also, typically when we make a publish purple, it's because you expect something in a snap of a finger that would affect quality, and we look at games as works of art we want to be proud of. I guess it depends on journalists. Don't trust IGN. Oh no, I don't really watch IGN stuff.
No, you can't really trust any of them, really.
I do like IGN for the trailers, like the legit game trailers, because they show off hella trailers. But the reviews, I never listen to the reviews. I'll look to see what they give it, but I don't even trust it.
So here's the deal. I used to listen and pay attention to reviews way more before I had access to the games.
Oh yeah, because you're gonna buy stuff and you're a budget gamer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. I know that instantly.
So IGN used to control how much I would buy way more back then than they do now. Same thing with Metacritic or anything or GameSpot. Instead of GameStop, it was GameSpot, right? That rated games. Yeah, GameSpot. I remember I would be at the GameStop store and I would see a game that was on the 2 for $20 bin, and I'd be like, "Oh, this looks interesting." The cover looked like something I would like. Usually, some type of protagonist with a gun, and I would look at the back, and it looked like it'd be a third-person shooting game or a first-person shooting game. Be like, this looks interesting. Let me go ahead and look it up. And I would look at the reviews, and that's how I would decide. Whereas now, thank God, I don't have to do that. Like, I look at the game. If I want to download it, I'll download it. I'll play it. If I want to play it on the cloud, sure, I'll play it on the cloud. But for the most part, I see the game. Yeah, I think I want to try it. I download it, and I do, and that's it.
Yep.
Contrary to what Cowboy believes, because Cowboy's like, you like everything that's on Game Pass. You play everything. Like, he doesn't realize I stopped playing Yakuza, and I also stopped playing Age of Empires 2. I played it once live on stream. I played it for everybody. It was cool. It wasn't for me. I also played what's the game David told me to play? Halo Wars. Tried it, played it, cool, done. It's not for me. You know what I mean? So no, it's not like just because it's on Game Pass, I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna like it. Like that's a huge false misconception that Cowboy has of me.
Well, I mean, it's Cowboy. What do you expect?
Yeah, facts.
I feel like, what do you really expect? You have nothing to prove to anybody. The fact of the matter is, you're playing games. And it shouldn't matter if you're playing old games or new games. You're still gaming. And if you're talking about the game, well, why is that bad?
Bro, you missed ISO on the stream how I got Cowboy so good in his own stream. He didn't even realize what the hell he was doing.
Oh, what happened?
So so first he tells me how he got Game Pass because he wanted to play Hi-Fi Rush, High on Life, and Atomic Heart, right? So he waited for all of them to be on the same month, right?
Okay.
So he waited for Atomic Heart. So then he went ahead, paid $15. Now he has access for all 3 games, right?
Okay.
And it was on the same podcast that TK9 was in and King Thrash was in there. And he tries to like I guess to shame me or whatever. I don't know. But he's like, see, Game Pass, I'm sorry to say, Doc, is for gamers like you that, haven't really, played too many games. And I cut him off. I was like, no. Game Pass is also for you. You literally just mentioned how you use Game Pass. So you use Game Pass in this way where literally Game Pass is for Cowboy. Game Pass is for the person that doesn't want Game Pass Ultimate, for the person that doesn't want a damn Xbox. You don't even have an Xbox and you use Game Pass. So Game Pass can be used many different ways. And then I asked TK how he uses it. TK uses it to try out games that he probably knows he'll like, and he tries them out, and then he goes out and buys them later on, right? Yep. So again, another high horse. You buy your game, okay, cool. It is what it is. You buy your games, I don't. It is what it is. And then I asked King Thrash if he uses Game Pass. He says, yeah, I use Game Pass only to analyze games. Again, he thought he was getting a high horse too, right? And I crushed all of them. I was like, yeah, so all of you talk shit about Game Pass. Yeah, y'all all use Game Pass. And y'all all use Game Pass in a different way. Game Pass is for anybody that wants to use it. It's perfect for you, Cowboy, because you only got to pay $15 a month whenever the hell you want to try a game. Thank God it's only $15 a month, and you can quit whenever you want, right? You made the most of it. Game Pass allows you to do that. It's good for you, freaking TK now, because you could try out a game. If it's coming out on Game Pass, you try, you like it, and yeah, you'll buy it eventually because you like to buy games. And it's good for King Thrash because it gives you content. So complain about Game Pass again.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I crushed them all. Like they were all. You could go watch the stream. They're all like they didn't have no rebuttal after that. It's like they changed the topic after that, and they try to say. I think TK was like, "Oh, you use Game Pass wrong." I was like, "No, I don't use Game. There's no wrong way to use Game Pass.
Yeah,
you use Game Pass however you want, and that's it."
How can you use it wrong? That don't make sense. How can you use it wrong?
No, you can't use it wrong, really.
No, but how can you? Like literally, how can you use? You know what the worst thing? Okay.
If you don't use it the way they want you to use it.
No. This is the only way you can use Game Pass wrong. There's only one way. You want to know what that way is, Doc?
What?
Not using it.
Not using
subscribe to it. No, I'm serious.
Right.
I'm serious.
Right. Not using it. Right.
There is no other way to use this subscription service wrong other than the fact of not using it. That's it. How?
Right.
I'm being dead ass. Like anyone in chat. How can you use it wrong other than not using it? I'm being dead ass. How?
Right,
how?
You can't use it wrong.
Like how? Make it make sense. How? Fucking bio. Is ISO speaking some facts right now? Yeah, what you mean? I'm a casual gamer at its finest.
Hey.
Hold on, we got some people in chat. Let me catch up. Let's catch up. Let me see. What's going on, MR2? He says sup to all my fellow ponies in the chat. You're not even a pony. About that, I still use my Xbox to play more powerful games that can run on the Switch. MR2 said Xbox bad, PlayStation good. Chariot man, what's going on, CMG? How you doing, dude? Cowboy's too funny. He is funny. He's a little crazy though, but he is funny.
Yeah, he is funny.
Let's see. Purple is talking to Sev. David said Halo Wars is fire. Sev said, let me see. Steam Deck is where it's at. Yo, CMG. I remember CMG, man. He was like, should I get the Steam Deck? And I was like, dude, get it. Ever since he got it, he fucking loves it. He be streaming.
Does he really?
He be streaming on the Steam Deck all the fucking time.
Wait, what? He streams on the thing?
He streams on his Steam Deck. Or he uses it to stream. Like he's playing on it and he's streaming what he's playing.
No way.
Yes. It's
how
a
do you
PC.
do that, bro?
You just stream. It's a PC.
No, but how? What do you mean you just stream?
Okay, Doc.
Like
have you
within the app, or like you connect it to an Elgato, or what?
Well, okay. So one of the easier ways to do it. This is how I do it. Okay. So you know how I do my Steam Deck videos?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I'm streaming the game. Like the game is showing through OBS, but I'm using remote play, so it shows up on my computer. But I'm playing.
Okay,
but I'm playing using the Steam Deck. Like it's on the Steam Deck. It's not remote play like using my PC hardware. But it's just
makes sense.
It's just link to my PC. I use like the Steam Link.
Yeah, you use the capture screen or whatever.
Yeah. So that's how I do it. I don't know how he does it. I don't know if it's similar, but that's how I do it. So I could stream when I'm playing on the Steam Deck if I wanted to. And what's cool is you can also use your PC to control the Steam Deck because it's remote play. It's just going the other way. So you're using your PC to play the Steam Deck game, but you can still use the actual Steam Deck and play, or use your mouse and keyboard that's connected to the PC. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty crazy. Let me see. Purple and Sev still talking. Lion said you use it wrong when you spend more time browsing than playing, aka choice paralysis. Is that wait what?
Yeah. That's when you get stuck.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Bao said Super Mario Galaxy 2 is my favorite Nintendo game ever, hands down. Love that game. Soundtrack is a chef's kiss. Nice, dude. I find that offensive. I can identify myself as anything I want. Otherwise, that's discrimination. What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, where does that come from?
What the hell, MR2? MR2 identifies himself as a Yakuza. Oh, because I said he's not a pony. Okay, that's what he's reference to. Excuse me. Let's see. Sometimes, okay, yep, caught up with chat. So, what were you saying, Doc?
No, I think I think that's good. I think we hit the nail on the head. I don't think there was anyone that actually said that gaming has gotten worse for them.
I don't think so either. And I honestly feel like if you truly do believe gaming is worse for you, I do believe you should find a different hobby or game a lot less, which also goes hand in hand with finding a new hobby. I think
or you could game on your old consoles.
Yeah, that too. You can just keep playing old games and then
you
kind of
game
move
on your
on.
old consoles, right?
I'm just
there's no way you played every single PS4 game. Highly doubt it.
Or every PS2 game or every PS1 game. There's so many that I doubt anyone's played everything. I feel like if you're that dissatisfied with the newer consoles, that's the best bet you can do. Just emulate your games, if anything. Play all the old games. Don't even worry about PS5 games, Xbox Series X or S games or anything. Don't even worry about new games, period. Just have fun, play your old games, nostalgia. But keep that in mind. If you do that, you can't really be in these conversations in the sense of like really have an opinion on the newer stuff because you're not really in that space, So that does limit what you can really talk about, where your opinion is not going to have as much weight. Because you can be like, yeah, I hate older games, but then when we talk about a certain game, you're not going to know shit about it.
Right.
So it's kind of like you kind of do limit yourself, but that comes with, choosing making those choices on how you want to go about gaming.
Right.
Yeah. CMG said gaming is life. I think gaming is life. Gaming is fucking amazing. I love gaming. I love it. Jason said, I'm never going to stop playing, I think. Bao said, I just think Xbox is losing themselves from reality online since it's only focused on social media to promote their stuff. And yeah, that's fine. And that's why you're making the choice of going to Nintendo. But you're not stop gaming, though. You know what I mean? You're just like, you know what? I'm just going to focus in a certain platform. You're going to have a different preferred platform. Like how my preferred platform is PC. You just change yours. Simple as that. Doc used to be a pony. Then he went to Xbox.
Wait, what?
Huh?
You gonna tell that to the people?
Yeah. You already
Oh,
told that.
we're doing that right now.
Yes,
We're doing that right
you
now. I'm
mentioned
gonna
that.
tell the people
You
this
mentioned
stuff.
that
Oh,
already.
shit.
Stop.
Oh, damn it. And I got
Stop.
exposed. Exposed.
Exposed.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what that's from?
Yeah, I know. It's Review Tech or whatever.
Yeah, Review Tech
Yeah.
USA.
Isn't that a meme? It's like exposed.
Yeah, exposed.
Yeah.
Exposed. You got exposed. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. You got exposed.
That shit's hella funny though.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna expose you, sir. You got. Oh my god, people are so stupid. The internet's so hilarious.
Let's see. Bao said, I still like Xbox, but Nintendo has a lot better stuff coming, not only for me, but for a lot of people. It's great to see. Oh yeah, no, dude, like, I know that, man. I know you still like Xbox for what it is. It's just your preferred place to play. It sounds like it just changed. But like, my preferred place is PC.
PlayStation is the best place to play.
But I still play on PlayStation. I still play on Nintendo.
PlayStation, we got AAA games.
And I still play on Xbox. Mama. And then I'm gonna do a remix. I'm like, PC is the best place to play. Doc used to be a pony every day.
No, don't do it. Yeah. Hey, play. Hey. Play your Onion Boy song.
Oh, here, let me play it.
Let me play. Hold on. I'm gonna unmute it.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Cause I'm an onion boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I did it. Did you hear it? Hello? Doc?
Forget how funny that shit was.
What the hell? You turned into the
Oh my
weekend.
god.
Oh, you weren't here for that bio. Oh yeah,
Oh
it's
my
a meme.
god, I forgot how funny that shit
It's
was.
a meme. So pretty much, I don't know how the fuck did it come up? So
it became when the two twins were making that Island Boy song, and then I think it was Ash.
Oh yeah. So
I think it was Ash called you Onion Boy.
Yeah, and then that's where the levels of layers turn into and all this stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think you were. I don't
You
think
know
you were
how
really.
we are. We take a joke and we run with it.
Yeah, we
till
run with
then
that
we burn
shit.
into the ground.
Yeah, we run that shit. All right, peeps.
Like, you remember the whole podcast where we spoke about convenient gaming? That shit
yeah.
was hilarious.
Yep. Cause I'm an onion boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they finally fell off. By the way, no one talks about them anymore.
Did they though?
Yeah, they did.
Damn, man, your boy 6ix9ine got messed up at LA Fitness.
Well, how is it my boy? The fuck?
Hey, he's genius though. As soon as that happened, he dropped a Spanish song. That boy's a genius.
No, he's smart as fuck.
He is very smart.
He is very
actually.
smart. He
is
killing
actually
it.
very smart. Yes.
He is killing it. As much as people want to talk
very
shit,
smart.
and I hate
Yes.
his music, yo, that motherfucker's smart.
I can't say I hate his music. I can say I want to hate his music.
I don't.
But I
don't
can't
listen to
honestly
it.
say I want to hate it.
I don't
I
listen
can
to
say
it.
I want to hate his music, but I can't.
But no, he's smart as fuck.
If Gummo came on right now, I would listen to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if Billy came on right now, I would listen to it too.
Well, see, I never really listened to those, so I don't know.
They're great. They're great gym music too.
Really?
Oh my god, they'll get you hyped for the gym. He's yelling on the track.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Okay, no.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I've
yeah.
heard them. I just don't remember how it specifically goes.
Dun, dun. Yep. And because he doesn't really rhyme or rap like that, it's really easy to remember the words.
Oh, really? You're like, mama.
Oh yeah. Yep. Well, worse than that. I mean, those are pretty easy to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, when Offset actually raps, he's actually hard to keep up with.
Oh, really? You know who's hard to keep up with?
M.
Exactly. We know this. Yo, I
Depends what song.
gotta finish listening to the NF's new album.
Fire, bro! You need to listen.
I know. I listened to like maybe 2 for sure, but the rest I was driving, so I wasn't able to like really focus on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, NF is fucking amazing.
NF is nasty.
He is. He's crazy. He don't give a fuck. He's like, I do my own thing. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, NF is nasty. Yeah.
All right.
He's really good.
Purple Haze, did you wanna join as an Onion Warrior? Let me know. Like, I'm an Onion Warrior, playing for convenience.
I'm a convenience gamer. I'm a convenience gamer.
Oh my God.
I'm a convenience gamer.
Oh my lord.
And I only play when it's convenient to play.
Oh my god. Yo, hold on. Wait, hold on. We need to talk after this. Okay.
I only play on Stadia. That's where I play.
but then it died. So I went to Boosteroid. I think she went to Boosteroid. I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, that is fucking hilarious. Yes. Oh my god. Oh, you don't know the joy I have in my heart right now.
Oh my god. Okay.
Boosteroid.
Doc and Ice are the next coming of the Island Boys. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's
Oh
hilarious.
shit, I'm dying. Oh, Purple, you need to join. All right, so go into the What a Warrior. Oh, you already did. Okay. And then you're also muted. Hello?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you. What up, Purple?
Did you
I
hear our
don't play Booster Roll.
Oh, well, okay, so you heard our song. We'll just remix it. We'll just change We'll
No,
change
I think Booster Roll is a scam. I thought y'all knew that.
Oh,
The
wait,
Booster
wait.
Word is what? It's failing?
Oh,
I didn't know that.
scam.
Oh, it's a
Don't
scam.
trust it.
Oh, so
I don't-
wait. Is it? Oh, wait. No, the one you're playing on is Black Nut, right?
Yeah. Stop it. Stop it. Not that.
No, that's what it's called, right? I mean, serious. That's what it's called.
You piece of shit!
That's what it's called. I don't know why you say. Yes, there you go. No,
piece of shit.
no, I'm serious.
Playing on the black nut.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my god. No, Fro,
What up?
isn't
What up, Purple?
wasn't that another streaming service you talked
It
about?
was. It was.
It
It actually
was, right?
was.
It is a cloud one. It is a
Okay,
cloud one.
see?
They actually
See?
have a good library.
See?
They do have a
That-
good library.
Oh, see? So she likes it.
Purple, you need to stop.
No, I don't game on it. I maybe in the summer when they're about to get some new partnerships, but right now I haven't really been gaming that much
How,
to tell you the
how do
truth.
you know all this, Purple? How do you follow all this shit?
Yeah, that was in the news. That was in the news. That's
Twitter
what I
news.
said.
What news? What
Twitter,
news you
Twitter
watch?
news.
Was this on
What's in the
CNN?
news?
CNN
Look
don't.
at it.
CNN don't talk about Black Nut.
See? That's so stupid.
Grow up, ISO. ISO, grow up. Can't take you nowhere. Yeah, sorry, Purple. We just excited. you
Oh
know.
my gosh. No, yeah, but no, I think
You haven't been
I have
gaming,
been
Purple?
gaming on Xbox and Nintendo mostly, and then sometimes GFN.
Oh, you an Xbox gamer?
Yeah, it's convenient.
Oh, I like that,
I bought two of
Purple.
them. I bought two of them. Literally, they're like 10 feet apart from each other.
Wait, what the?
Why
both?
would you do that? Why would you buy two Xboxes?
Wait, is it like?
Because I got tired of like disconnecting one from the TV to the PC and then having to connect it to OBS and then getting like the control.
Oh my God! Can you hear? Do you hear this?
What?
God damn! First world problems. Go ahead. I ain't mad at you.
First, bro.
I ain't
Oh
mad
my
at you.
God.
Go ahead. Damn, there's people out here dying to try to get an Xbox. She's like, I got 10 feet away from each other. Fuck your poverty. God damn.
Is it the X, both X, or is it like an X and S?
No, S. So I stream on when I stream it's an S because I want to I don't want to stream in 4K. The lag is too much. What's it called when you type something and then I see it?
Yeah.
When you're streaming, I forget what you call that.
Uh,
It's too long. Like I can't have a conversation. So I do the S where it's only like maybe 5 or 6 seconds, even though it's 1440. But then on the TV, I do the S.
oh, the
Oh,
okay, the thing.
Do you stream direct? Oh, you said you streamed it with the computer. My bad.
Yeah, when I
Yeah, the
stream
latency.
that. So
Yeah, the 4K
Yeah.
latency is tough. That's why.
yeah, the latency. It's like it takes like 30 to 40 seconds. That's just not. I can't have a conversation.
Damn.
That's tough.
And if you guys have never gone to Purple's channel, I suggest you do subscribe and hit the notification because those gaming chats sometimes turn into live chats. It
You know,
it don't even be about gaming.
I'm still wondering about the bird.
Oh my gosh, the bird,
The bird. Bird.
Hey, I want to give a chance for Purple to say the thing she's been saying for a while. So if you hear it anywhere else, you know Purple said it first. Purple, what do you think about this deal?
Oh, like I said, I don't think it's gonna go through. It could go through though. It could go, but I just don't think it's gonna go through.
And Purple has been staying strong on that. She hasn't been flip-flopping. So when this deal doesn't go through, and Purple says I said it first, I don't want nobody saying, no, you did it. Yes, she has. But when it does go through, we coming.
You can, like I said, my whole thing has to do with, does it get delayed or not? Like if it gets pushed through before the deadline, then obviously it's gonna go through. Like I have no question. It's if it gets delayed, that's where I've always said.
If it gets delayed again.
No, like it's still on the same timeline. Like right now they've said they have till July 17th, 18th. Like that's always been since last January, the timeline.
Oh, I thought it got delayed already. My bad. Oh.
No, it's just they put that in the timeline to say, hey, we have this much time to get it done. But if it goes past that, that's when I say like, yo, I think it's in some jeopardy. But if it gets done by whatever it is, July, June, May, obviously it'll go through. My whole thing has always been if it gets delayed.
Hey, Purple, do you want to hit these topics real quick before we head out? The 3 topics that we spoke about? All right. So the first one, what do you think about the Resident Evil voice acting thing that ISO brought up?
I think I'm with you, Doug. I'm not that big of a fan. Like I wouldn't, I can understand why people who really like the game, if they really, if that prior voice actress resonate with them. But for me personally, I don't think I would have noticed. Or not, I probably would notice if I heard it how you heard it, but I didn't play Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, so see, for you wouldn't know because you never played the game, which is fine. Yeah, you're part of the. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I don't expect you to notice. You wouldn't. How would you know? If you don't know, now you know. Whoa.
Okay. All right, Purple. Topic number 2. This new handheld, the Steam Deck rival that's coming out. What do you think about this thing? Do you think it's got a chance in this market, or is this thing dead?
Yeah, I think it does. The Asus one?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think obviously they probably wouldn't have created it, right, unless there was a market for it. It looks pretty cool, right? It's more powerful than the Steam Deck. So, yeah, I think it has a chance, for sure.
Oh, I got a question I just thought about for both of y'all.
What up, Harold?
This. If you're on the go and you're gonna use this as a handheld on the go, right? How many people you think are gonna take more than one handheld on the go? Because if you already have a Switch, right? Would you take a Switch over this, or would you take this over a Switch?
I'll take that.
Over your Switch on the go?
Yeah.
What about you, Purple?
So I'm not really. I think it's like I'm not really a handheld gamer because of my eyes. Like I can't read on the go either. So it's kind of weird. But
wait.
I can't read.
What do you mean you can't read on the go? What do you read on a 4K TV?
Wait, what?
Like, what do you mean you can't read on the go? What do you mean? What do you mean?
On the screen, on the handheld screen.
Like when I think of like handhelds, I think like you're like in a plane or you're doing something like if I'm in a car.
You can't read on a plane?
It's really hard for me. Like if stuff is like
even on the plane.
Like if I close the shade thing or whatever it's called at the window, I can't talk today.
Purple, you're not that old. Purple, you're not that old. Your eyes are fine.
I'm telling you, it's something. But I'm not a handheld gamer for the most part. So like I would say, I would probably I don't know. That's a good question. Probably I have a Switch and I'd probably take that. But to tell you the truth, I take like the Xbox Series S when I'm going somewhere.
Let's go. Wait. Yo, let's find out she's a bot. No wonder she don't like me. She trying to take me out. Hey, there's enough space in here, Purple. You don't gotta take me out.
She's sorry. I take the Series S.
Do you have the little screen with the S?
No. I just take the S and I have like
put it whatever hotel you at.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and I connect it to the HDMI to the TV and I have the controller. So
that's what's up. And it's not that big, so it fits everywhere.
No, it's like really good. Like if you think about it, if you think about the Steam Deck, I think it's about the same width as a Steam Deck. It's
God
thicker,
damn.
but
Yeah, that Steam Deck is ridiculous. I told ISO, I actually held one in my hand for the first time when I was in Illinois, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, "There's no way I'm taking this thing anywhere."
You can.
thing is
It's a
massive.
backpack. It's called a backpack.
No,
okay?
the thing is massive.
It's a
though.
backpack. You're
Like it's not even close.
You're not
It's
gonna hold
massive,
it
and it's
in your
hideous.
hands, but it's a backpack. Okay, God.
Borderline a weapon.
Yes, I would definitely smack someone with it. I wouldn't even hesitate. I'm like, bow. Trying to take my money. Bow. They're like, what the fuck is that? A Steam Deck, bitch. Like,
all right. And then last but not least, Purple. Gaming better or worse for you? This generation.
I told you, I think gaming's the same.
oh, you
okay.
said the same? I thought you said it was better.
I thought
Good.
she said better.
Yeah, I thought you said better.
Well, no, I think it's the same. What I've said is, but relatively speaking, I think like TV has gotten worse.
Mhm.
And so because
Yep.
TV has gotten worse, I spend more time gaming. But in itself, I think like I enjoy games like the same amount.
Oh, okay.
If-
So it
and so,
didn't.
like,
It definitely didn't get worse. So that sounds like it's
yeah,
good.
yeah, I wouldn't say it gotten worse. I would say it's gotten like, I think there's pros to it, but I also think there's cons to current state of game.
Right. Yep. And which we
Yeah,
definitely agree on that. There's definitely pro and cons to it. It's not perfect. It can be terrible, but there's enough out there where it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I would say it like that.
Yeah, you got a lot of choices. What up, David?
What up? I
What's
got some
good?
questions for Purple. What's up, Warriors?
Oh, yeah, question for
it's
Purple.
David.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. So you are 100% or 80% that deal is not going to go through on it. And you believe in that.
I think I'm, let me see. I would say I'm 70% the deal won't go through.
But you being a Game Pass subscriber and having an Xbox on all your display at your house, living room, throughout your room, everywhere, wouldn't you like to have all the Activision games on Game Pass?
Oh, that's the thing. Like you're asking something like, so like Activision games, right? Let's just say all the games, right? Let's say Activision, let's say Blizzard, let's say all of them, right? If I look at that list, how many of them do I play now? Not that many. So here's a question for you though. Like here's a question for everybody, especially everybody who's really into Xbox and Game Pass and wants this deal to go through. Let's say the deal goes through and Game Pass is now worth $20. Just hypothetically, right? And if I look at that extra $5 or extra $6 after taxes and whatever,
Yeah.
is it? And all I have is an extra game, basically in Call of Duty. Is it worth it? Right? Like if you don't play Call of Duty, it's probably not worth it. Now you could make an argument if you play like Diablo, like same thing. Like, are you a Diablo player? Are you a Call of Duty player?
Yeah.
Play Call of Duty.
Right. So like if you're not a Call of Duty player and the thing just went up, I mean they already signaled that it's going to go up. Is it good for you as a gamer? And so like
yeah.
yeah, if you're a Call of Duty player, like that makes you're like, yeah, I was going to spend that already. I'm going to get it on Game Pass. That makes sense. But if you're not that, it kind of throws it into question. Like, and for right now, I don't really play Game Pass that much. To be very frank, I always look at it and I'm like, do I really get $15 out of it? But I have it for now. But yeah, to me, it's not a really big deal. I think I'm more concerned with, and this is like the truth. I don't think Microsoft's a creative company. Like I think Microsoft has had a lot of IP in their library and they haven't really done anything with that. Like they have not given me something to say like, oh man, they really turned like that IP into gold, or they bought this company and they did something amazing. Some of the best games recently that have come out of Microsoft, a lot of times they published it, they didn't develop it. Right? So the game I'm thinking of right now is Ori. Ori is not that's not a Microsoft studio. Xbox published it. All right. It does, and the same thing when we talk about Hellblade. The first Hellblade wasn't produced by a Microsoft studio. And so I think that's what I'm more concerned with on this is that, and that's for any big tech company. You give it to Apple, Amazon, all of them. They're not creative companies. And that's I think the missing ingredient from some of these big tech companies and them trying to compete with creative companies. Sony's a creative company. Hell, Netflix is a creative company. They're just built differently. And so, sure, like I think if the deal goes through, like you're not going to really see any innovation. And I think that's what separates like Nintendo's the game companies that have Game of the Years versus the companies that just have deep pockets.
Oh, I got a question for you, Purple.
That was a good soliloquy.
A soliloquy. I got a question. I got a question for you, Purple.
Yeah.
Okay. Answer this, honestly. All right. It's a very serious question. Can you use Game Pass wrong?
Can you use Game Pass wrong?
Yes.
Oh. Can you use Game Pass wrong?
And it's not.
I don't.
It's very simple question. There's no deep meaning of it. It's literally like, can you use it wrong?
I think there's ways you can use it inefficiently. Yeah.
Well, inefficiently and wrong is a little bit different. I feel
Yeah,
like.
I wouldn't say like wrong because like wrong would imply that there's a right way to use it.
Exactly.
And I'm not sure.
Exactly. That's all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good
Thank
job,
you.
Purple. Yep.
And so I think like if you're paying for it, like I said, I don't think of it in that sense. I think of it, are you using it efficiently or not as efficiently? And then therefore, if you're not using it efficient, then you have questions on like value.
Right.
But using it like, I don't know, it's not like a tool, it's a service.
Yeah.
I think of it like.
No, that's good. No, the only way I see it using wrong is if you don't use it.
Right.
Yeah, that's like the only way I can see it. No, because there are people who try to say you use it wrong, and it's kind of crazy.
Like I said, I think I use it. For me, like right now, it's like I'm averaging. I use it like a few times a month for like a certain game that I could probably get on sale really cheap. So like right now, it's like Gears 5. Like, is it really worth it to have it for Gears 5? Or was it really worth it to have it for Arise? That's a game I played. Or was it really worth it to have it for Ori when I used it? All those games I could have probably got for under $10 when I played it. So it's like, okay, I paid 15, but I could have really got for 10. So I'm constantly like looking at that. And that's the same thing for GFN right now. Like I'm questioning, like, do I really use GFN enough to warrant subscribing to it?
Right. I understand exactly what you're talking about, Purple. I was under the same boat, and that's why I had to cancel my GFN. I just had GFN just because I had it, and I was part of the founders program, so it was even cheaper for me, but I still wasn't even using it, so there was no point. And then with PlayStation Premium to me was pointless. So I got rid of PlayStation Premium. Now I have PlayStation Extra. But even that I don't use. So I got to look at that as well, right? And you brought up what happens if Game Pass goes up to $25. As of right now, I can be honest and tell you that for me, the way that I use Game Pass and the amount of times that I've used Game Pass, $15 a month is a steal. Like I milk the ish out of Game Pass. Like I use this thing like crazy. So I'm definitely getting my money's worth. $20 a month, I would still get my money's worth, right? Even if I wasn't a huge Call of Duty fan, which I'm not going to pretend like I am. But if they do come to Game Pass, I am going to play them. You know what I mean? I did buy Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2, the two remakes that they made. So I did purchase those. But still, I wouldn't tell you that I'm the biggest Call of Duty fan there is out there. But if it gets to a point where I have to figure out what subscription service I'm going to subscribe to, because I still am a fan of subscription services, I would easily cancel my PlayStation subscription, period, and put that money towards Game Pass. You know what I mean? So it just depends. I think for me, when I'm really gonna look at Game Pass, like I don't know if it's worth it a month, is if they bring the price up to like $30 a month. Then I'll probably be like, I don't know.
I still think it'd be worth it for you though. Like you.
Go ahead.
You game a lot on it. See, that's the thing. You game a lot on it. I don't game. I probably game like a fourth of what you game, right? Like maybe a half on a good week. And so.
Yeah, but you got to remember when you're playing if you're paying $30 a month, that's pretty much 2 games, or that's pretty much 1 game every 2 months. And at that point, I don't know. So I'm looking at, you said Ori was one of the games that you were thinking about if it was worth it. Ori is actually $6 right now.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Just
Ori,
find it.
yeah.
And that's where I like Ori, Darksiders, like virtually, and then the ones I stream, right? The Dark
like
Pictures aren't
Darksiders?
on Game Pass. What's that?
You like Darksiders?
Yeah, I like Darksiders a lot. I like that's a really cool what they did with the source material. I think that's a really good.
Okay, so
franchise.
Darksiders Genesis is $40.
Yeah, but you could have got it, but I could have got it on sale for like $8. Like that's right now.
Oh, you saying like when it first dropped? Okay, or sometime you would have waited for it to be on sale.
Exactly, because they do the big sales, like, and if you can plan it out, you just know the games you want. Like right now, I'm waiting for a game called Kena Bridge of Spirits. You know, it's on PlayStation and PC. Like I know that game's gonna drop to like $15, $18.
I'm surprised it hasn't dropped already because that's been out for a while.
It's gonna. I just missed it. Last month. But yeah, to me, and then like when I think about May, June, July, right? What games am I going to be playing? Well, I'm a big Nintendo person, and my 2 big favorite franchises are dropping games back to back: Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, which is going to probably be like a 100-hour experience at least, and then Pikmin. So how much am I going to be gaming outside of Nintendo for those 2 months? Maybe minimal. Am I going to use Game Pass? It's stuff like that I think about.
I see. Do you subscribe to Nintendo?
Switch Online?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only $20. I don't do the Ultimate. Now, if they get some more like GameCube games on there or something, potentially it would make sense. But for like the multiplayer, which is really the only reason I have Game Pass, is for the multiplayer. And because it's only $5 extra than gold.
Right.
That's why I have it. But after Gears 5, which I'm playing with someone right now, after that, I'm going to be like...
Oh, who you playing with?
Huh?
Who's the special person?
Juju.
I'm kidding.
I'm joking.
You say
but,
Juju.
But yeah, so I think like you said, like I always say, like however you like the game,
it doesn't matter where you game, how you game.
That's right. As long as you're gaming, you're good with me.
We'll see. But overall, David, like if the deal goes through, like I'll say it just like this: if the deal goes through, it's going to be like the saddest $70 billion deal in the history of business.
What?
Yeah, I don't think those people. Right?
Purple has me confused.
Why?
Why?
No, because I honestly think I'm gonna make a video about this. Like I've already made a video about it from the Activision side. I made a video about it from the regulator side. I'm gonna make a video about it from the Microsoft side. And when you do corporate finance, right? And you do like free cash flow analysis and you do projections and everything, there's certain things that affect that. One of those are interest rates.
Okay.
And the higher the interest rate, it's like buying a house. Okay. Higher the interest rate, right, you probably aren't buying houses around that, just like any other purchase. So when we look at when the game was announced, just from a free cash flow perspective, the game was announced, interest rates were the deal was announced, interest rates were like around 0.5 to 1%. Right now, interest rates are hovering between 5 to 6%. Now, that doesn't mean too much considering Microsoft is going to buy it all in cash, right?
Facts.
What that does mean, though, is, and I'll put it like this, if Microsoft had just put that in like some what we call T-bills or any other type of like interest bearing vehicle, that $70 billion, because that's right now in a trust, that's not gaining anything. That $70 billion would have made how much?
I don't know.
4.2 billion, just sitting there. And so when you think about like, okay, well they would have made 4.2 billion. When you think about purchasing something, you say, all right, we think the Call of Duty Activision deal is going to produce 10% interest or 10% return on investment. Let's just say that, for example. Well, that's an easy thing to say. Like, okay, if we put the $70 billion in something that's only 1% interest versus 10% interest, you're going to do it. But when you start to look at things that are 6 to 7% interest, and that it takes no risk, this starts to change the calculations. And this is just a simple corporate finance like proposition. Like, then when you mix in the fact that we are going through a recession, most likely, and during recessions, you generally are not buying things. It starts to really question, is this the right time to make the biggest, not only gaming acquisition in history, this is the largest tech acquisition in history. Does it really start to make sense? Then, on top of that, when you start to look at what they're doing with ChatGPT, and we've talked about this before, that's the most exciting thing in tech right now, not gaming.
Hey,
Perfect example.
You got to see Severin's last comment, Purple.
Look, let's not pretend the Microsoft doesn't have screw your money. It has to. Nah. Okay, then tell that to the people. Tell that to the 12,000 Microsoft employees that just lost their job. That's the thing. Like, if you have to do another round of layoffs, right? Let's say it's another 12,000. That's not good optics. That's the same thing with, like, if Google were to do it, Amazon were to do it, any of these companies were to all of a sudden just like, let me go use FU money to go purchase whatever, it's really, really not good optics. That's why you usually don't see companies making these types of acquisitions during layoffs. Not to say like again, it could go through. Like, I think Phil Spencer, that's his name, right? He wants it for sure. He's pro this deal going through. But not everybody at Microsoft is pro Xbox, considering that a personal computing division.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I agree with that. Not everyone at Microsoft is pro Xbox. I can see that.
Yeah, or they just say like, hey, return on investment for Xbox is like in single digits. Return on investment for Azure is like 40 to 50%. Like,
right. Let's keep putting money into that chat shit.
Chat
AI.
GPT.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, right. And so if you're going to say like, yo, if we're going to spend our capital with the regulators, do we want to do it on gaming? Which, oh, by the way, over 2022, the gaming industry somewhat shrunk, right? That like the 2021 gaming was still growing. Last year, the gaming industry shrunk. Do we want to do it? Do we want to go to rate the regulators in an industry that's maybe at the best stagnating for $70 billion? Or will we rather fight them on that?
Well, hold on. You got to put that into context, though, because didn't it shrunk from what it was in 2020 before the pandemic, but it's still way above than what it was.
Yeah, but I totally
what it was. Yeah,
I totally get what you're saying, but when you look at the projections, I can guarantee you can look at what they said Xbox was going to project, right? Like, you can almost every metric we have for let's just use Xbox. So that's what we're talking about. But I could do the same thing for Nintendo, for PlayStation, all. But Xbox is really easy because we're talking about it. If you look at what Xbox was saying at the end of 2021, right? They were mentioning like certain projections for Game Pass. They were mentioning certain projections for their game sales and so forth. Some of that got thrown out when you had games being delayed. But some of that also got thrown out when they did not start meeting their Game Pass subscriber numbers. They didn't start. You look at other game companies, like no one in gaming was like, oh, at the end of 2021, gaming's going to shrink between 10 and 20%. No one was saying that.
Well, the delay of games definitely didn't help the Game Pass subscription either. A lot of people during that time even canceled their Game Pass subscription.
Yeah, but it was the whole gaming industry. Only a handful of companies last year, like several like indies who came out with awesome games. Like we mentioned, Plague Tale Requiem, their studio. Some companies did awesome, but by far and large, Take-Two did not too well. EA didn't do too well. Activision Blizzard, even though they had their stock performed a little bit better. They just really met consensus, and that's with Call of Duty doing what it was supposed to do, and that's with Overwatch outperforming. Nintendo didn't do that too well. GFN did horrible. Hell, Stadia closed. Luna's on life support. The company that changed its name to the Metaverse doesn't even talk about Metaverse anymore. Like, think like that's kind of like at the end of 2021, where we were with gaming is very different than where we were at the beginning of 2023.
Well, yeah, well, metaverse wasn't really for gaming though, was it?
It's using what is the metaverse? Metaverse is using gaming technology and spreading it to other applications.
It's VR, right?
Yeah, but that's a gaming technology. Like that's still saying like, yo, the gaming world is going to spread to other parts of working life. That's basically what the metaverse is in the most broad concepts.
Yeah. And you think they're not doing that anymore, or?
No, Meta doesn't talk about. Meta just laid off some of their engineers in the metaverse. Meta is transitioning they're going all in, like they always do into AI. Like, here's the CEO of Microsoft. A few months ago, he was like knee deep into like this Activision Blizzard fight. Whereas he went where investors have said, oh, that's the bright shiny thing, and that's AI. Like, I just think, look, the deal could go through, but again, I wouldn't be surprised that, for one, not everybody on Microsoft was like, yeah, let's go make this the biggest gaming or the biggest tech acquisition to begin with, right? And then today, I would almost assure you that there's more people like, is this worth the hassle for this game? Like, these people are not gamers, right? Like, they are just like business people who are like, why are we giving $70 billion to Phil Spencer when his best return on investment, that's the smallest personal computing at Microsoft out of the three pillars they break out, is the smallest revenue driver.
So why are they giving it to him?
No, I think that it made sense. I think if you're Phil Spencer, it makes sense because you're going to probably say something to the effect of, we need to get out of the hardware business. I think that makes perfect sense for him to say, how do we pivot? We need to get out of the hardware business. Last time we tried to pivot gamers to something other than pure gaming, we had one of the worst selling consoles compared to the competitor in the Xbox One era. So he's like, we have to bring gamers along. We need to show them that we're making a serious pivot to Game Pass or to services. Yeah, I think like you may run the numbers and you may say, hey, you're not getting a company that doesn't make money, right? So I think that you can make that pitch and people are like, yeah, let's go big on it. Everybody else is going big. Meta's changing their name to something. We understand Luna, Amazon, they're starting to get into the game, right? This is our chance to do it. I think a year later, you have to ask yourself, like, knowing how things played out, were these other gaming threats really a threat? Like, that is the kind of analysis that goes into these types of deals. Then when you add on to the fact that, and this is where, but my whole thing has been with this deal, it's not to do with necessarily the regulators or Meta, with Microsoft. My whole analysis has to deal with, why did this deal come about? No one wants to, like, when we think of it from that standpoint.
I think yes.
I think what I think too. I could guess too. Go ahead, David.
Okay, so when NVIDIA GeForce, when it first popped out, you were able to play Call of Duty on the cloud. Like I believe the first week, or 48 hours later, I think they shut it down. They removed Call of Duty from the cloud. Why? Because Call of Duty have the IP. So maybe this is a purchase for IP, not really for the games.
So I'll double down with what David is saying. I think obviously this Call of Duty, we know how big Call of Duty is. Nothing really matches the size of Call of Duty and scope of player base, and there's still a whole bunch of people that can't play it and that they want to give access to via the cloud. So if Microsoft is the company that has Call of Duty on the cloud, yeah, that's why I don't think they don't mind giving it still on PlayStation or putting it on Nintendo. But if you want to play it on a cloud service, you have to play it on their cloud service, right? And even then, they're putting it on the cloud with GFN and Booster Void, but they're still going to get paid off of that. I think it just makes sense. They're going to bring the biggest game out right now that most people want to play casually, and let's be honest, a lot of people that are willing to play on the cloud are probably going to be casual gamers as well. They make that money. Like it just makes sense. It does make sense for them to do that. And that's if
I'm
we're
gonna-
just looking at video games. You're not even looking at the double whammy with cell phone games as well. Because Candy Crush as well, that's a lot of money. There's a lot of money to be made with Activision Blizzard, you know?
So Activision Blizzard right now, the profitability is $3 billion a year. That's how much they make profitability, right? But I'm gonna push back on what y'all said because I think gamers make this mistake a lot, and that is like, if we provide the service to people, if we build it, the gamers will come.
Mm-hmm.
And the truth of the matter is, like, if I look at Netflix, now Netflix is more widely available than basically any gaming service out there. True or false? Like, you can go watch Netflix on your phone, you can watch it on your computer, you can watch it on your TV. It's in more territories, it takes less bandwidth, it needs less stuff for latency. If we look at Netflix, no, like just in general, and I would say there's more people who are willing to watch TV just as a demographic. All the people in the world willing to watch TV versus all the people in the world willing to game. There are more people willing to. And like, if y'all want to say there's more people willing to play video games than watch TV, then you go ahead with.
No. I don't think that. No
right.
way.
So Netflix has.
Because even gamers watch TV. Not all TV watchers play games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Netflix has, and Netflix is probably synonymous with streaming content. They themselves have 200 to 210 million subscribers.
Okay.
Right? So now you have to say, like, how much of that, they're going to give this Call of Duty to everybody. How many of those, like, how big is that market? Like, this is the thing that we miss with, like, you play Stadia, I play Stadia, some of the people in chat play Stadia. Stadia was more accessible than what Microsoft's asking about. If you had an interconnect connection, you could go play Stadia. If it was in your service. And so this idea, like, they're going to give it to all these people and all these people are going to come and play it, it makes it like as if there's this demographic of people.
Xbox is as accessible as Stadia, though. What do you mean?
Exactly. Can I have something?
It's the same. Hold on. I want to see how. Because I want to know if I am missing something. Like it's as accessible as Stadia. You don't need a console to play it. You can use your phone. You can use your TV. You can use whatever tablet you want. If you got internet, you can play it.
I would say, like, the test would say Stadia. We could fine if you want to say it's as accessible as it is, and we could go by the market numbers. So be it. The same deal. Like, there's not a ton of people just randomly signing up month over month for Game Pass. They stopped reporting that number. Like, it's like the same thing that I used to hear the same argument.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if you were in the military at this time. When we went into Iraq, like I was in the army at that time. We used to hear the same argument, like, yo, when we're going to get there, we're going to be treated like liberators. There's all these people who are in Iraq, and it makes sense in my mind how this analogy works, that when we go there, all these people who've been living under this regime, who never wanted to rebel against Saddam, are going to all of a sudden join our side, and we topple Saddam. So we topple Saddam, and guess what? Motherfucker, Sadr City being blown the F up. It's just like totally misunderstood the market, totally misunderstood everything. I think of it the same way how gamers think about everybody who will supposedly now get the ability to game. There's just no evidence supports this notion that there's this gamer who has access to high-speed internet that wants to game and does not game. I just don't see it. Like yes, there's some people like this, but it's not nearly the same amount of people. So when y'all are saying like, they're gonna do this so they can get Call of Duty, let's say any other things, Candy Crush or whatever, so they can go get that for them. Then I look at how much money Activision's doing. Don't you think Activision would have put their stuff on the cloud first if they didn't run the numbers? Do you think Activision purposely is like,
Well, no, because they would have had to split it with somebody. And why would they want to split that revenue with somebody? If Microsoft buys them, they're not splitting with anybody. They're the ones getting the bulk of that money.
Microsoft will still have to split. When we think about Candy Crush, Microsoft still is going to have to pay, unless it's their store, which is another thing. Microsoft still has to split the money with iOS and Android.
Sure, with that. But when it comes to again Call of Duty, do you think Nvidia is paying Microsoft? Who do you think is winning that deal, Nvidia or Microsoft, to have Call of Duty on their platform?
They have different reasons for wanting, but they're not competitors. They have different reasons why they have platforms, right? No one can explain this. How does Nvidia make money on GeForce Now?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Exactly. Like, everybody makes these business arguments like, oh, this is why they're doing it. If you can understand how NVIDIA's GeForce Now makes money off of the cloud.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. That's so stupid. People subscribe to use their service. That's how they make money.
That's not how they make money.
Okay, how do they make money? So how do they make money?
Here it is. I'm going to give you the secret to NVIDIA GeForce Now. NVIDIA GeForce Now actually loses money when you stream for them. How they make their money is this. ISO, you have GPUs, right? You buy GPUs.
Yep.
Right? Okay. Have you ever noticed when you go to Newegg, there's always like several categories of brand new GPUs? There's brand new GPUs that you buy at a huge premium, huge markup, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's that group, but there's another group of GPUs that is a little cheaper. They're called refurbished GPUs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, ISO or anybody who's in chat who has PCs and GPUs, have you ever seen a program where they said, send us back your GPU? No. What happens is NVIDIA, because they have their market cornered on GPUs, they don't release all their GPUs at one time. That's how they drive up that premium cost on their GPUs. So when they have that, okay, what do you do with the excess inventory of GPUs? You run them in your own servers and you charge people for it. So now when you go buy a refurbished GPU at $700 or $800, that GPU's been sitting in some server for 2 years. It's inventory that's made money. So you're now spending whatever that GPU made over the 2 to 3 years, let's call it $300, right? Because that's how much it costs to subscribe. Now that GPU's not only made you $300 as it was being run in the servers, it's now also made you $800 when you sell it to Newegg as refurbished. That's how NVIDIA makes money on their GPU.
No, on GeForce Now. On GeForce Now. How do they make money? How?
Yeah.
I just still didn't explain how they make money on GeForce Now. You explain how they made money on refurbished GPUs.
Because it helps offset their cost for having. It's basically those GPUs are sitting in inventory. So instead of them just sitting randomly in inventory and then you sell it later on, while it's sitting in inventory, it's giving them some constant cash flow for that GPU.
From me, that's subscribing to them.
They're not making a profit. You're subscribing.
Purple, you see how you're contradicting yourself? If they're using the GPU that I'm using to stream the game.
Revenue. You're right, they're driving revenue. But where their actual
So GeForce Now makes money from me subscribing to them. Not a profit. I'm just saying making money. Not a profit. I'm just saying they're
I consider profit making money. Because if I'm not making profit, then I'm losing money. That's not making money.
So they're making revenue from me subscribing to them.
They're generating revenue from you subscribing to them, yeah.
Right. Making. Okay, sure. They're generating revenue from me subscribing to them. Okay, but you're telling me that GeForce Now is making a profit because of their GPUs that they have refurbished?
Yes.
Purple, where you got that from? That sounds.
Why would you hold your product back when you can sell it at premium?
Because ISO, you buy GPUs.
Yes.
Brand new.
Yes.
Okay.
Retail price?
Yes.
Yeah, that boy don't buy nothing used or refurbished.
Yeah, I don't buy that shit.
You don't play that.
eBay, third market, black market.
Not ISO.
Normal.
I know ISO. Trust me.
So they're not getting a bonus from ISO. No bonus, no extra money, nothing. They're getting standard.
Not from ISO. To think that NVIDIA puts all their product on the market at the same time, that doesn't. When you cornered your market, you don't do that. You control the pricing, the supply and demand.
Hold on. What you're saying is if I was to buy a refurbished GPU from NVIDIA right now, you're telling me that I'm gonna get a GPU that they're actually currently using for GeForce Now, and that's what they're gonna give me?
If you buy a refurbished.
Is that really what you're telling me?
Where do you think the refurbished comes from?
They fixed it and now they're holding it. Not that they continuously use it.
Tell me all.
No,
the
I'm asking you. I'm asking you. Is that
yes,
true?
I'm telling you that. Yes. It makes it a lot easier to say, like, who are they going to get the refurbished from? Like, that's the thing. Like, you're trying to say, like, oh, you're telling me? Yeah, well, tell me, where do they get the refurbished from?
They get it from used people. From people that have used the GPU.
Show me NVIDIA's program. Show me NVIDIA's program where they say, hey, Doc, send us your, what do you have, a 1660? Send us your 1660 so we can refurbish it. Show me the program that on their site that says that.
Well, you're not making any sense. Why do I need to show you that? You're the one telling me that if I buy a refurbished,
you're the one not making. See, here's the
Purple.
thing.
Just tell me yes. Just tell me yes. If I go to the GP to NVIDIA right now and I buy a refurbished GPU from them, they're gonna send me a GPU that's currently being used for GeForce Now.
No. For one, you wouldn't buy it from NVIDIA, right? You would buy it from Newegg. Let's understand the retail relationship.
Oh my Lord Jesus. Okay, so if I buy a refurbished GPU from Newegg, they're gonna send me a GPU that is currently being used by GeForce Now.
Currently, it's being used in one of the. It's probably being used, yes, in one of their servers. It's not just GFN that they put these GPUs in, but yes, it's going to be from one of their virtual computers that they're going to give to you.
Okay,
yes.
okay. But and that's how they make their money for GFN. I can see that being one of the ways that they make money, but you're not gonna tell me that that's even close to the bulk of how they make their money. They make their money from their subscribers.
Oh my gosh, my friend, please, you need go look, Doc.
Just show it to me. Just show it to me, because I don't know where you're getting this from.
Oh, all right.
Just show me. Tell me the website. I'll go to it right now. Tell me where
go to NVIDIA. Go to NVIDIA's investor website. Just type in NVIDIA investor website. And once you get there, go download their annual report. You go then tell me how much money they made year over year on their gaming. Let me give you a hint. They're not going to break out their subscriber numbers on that. They're going to break out their graphics card. It's going to be an entire group. If y'all are so damn serious, like, you're so big on that, this is how much money they make on their GPUs, because you're talking to people who
No. I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm trying to understand GeForce Now. I don't care about GPU.
You're talking to someone. Let me give you a hint, Doc. You're talking to someone when NVIDIA needed support. We came and they asked us for support. Like, I know their business model. That's why when you're telling me, like, oh, you're trying to make it a funny thing, but this is why people are like, man, the person's giving you the answers to the test, and because it doesn't hit your worldview, you're trying to make it joke. I'm telling you up front, NVIDIA does not. If that was the market was in subscriptions.
No, purple. Stick to the first question. You asked me. You said to me, how does GeForce Now make money? My answer was, I assume they make money from me paying them. That's logical. You said no. You said GeForce Now makes money from their refurbished GPUs.
No.
Is that what you're sticking to?
No. Okay, let's get it.
Is that what you're sticking to?
GFN is not okay. Let's back up. If I said that, I'm mistaken. GFN does not sell you a GPU. All right, that's not how that works.
I'm not that. How does GFN make money? That's the question. Then
GFN is within NVIDIA's marketing division.
But that's not what you asked me. You asked me how does GFN make money, because we were talking about Call of Duty going to GFN.
If I just said something, I said, yo, if that's what you got from me, then I'm mistaken. Did I just say that? Did I not just say that 5 or 10 seconds ago? Yes or no?
Am I tripping? Did she not? All right, Purple. So you don't know how GFN makes money?
I do know how GFN makes money.
Okay, how do they make money?
Okay, if we're talking, when I said, I meant if I said GFN, like GFN itself is not a main business unit of NVIDIA. When I said, hey, GFN, I meant to ask you, do you understand how NVIDIA makes money off of GFN? Is that their main? Is that a profitability center for them?
Oh, that's a completely different question. Okay,
And
that
that's
was
what I
not
meant
what
to
you
ask
asked.
you.
Okay,
That's
fair,
what I
okay,
meant-
fair
that's
enough.
what
Okay, fair enough.
That's what I
Okay, so you don't know how GFN makes money.
No, I do. No, I know how. I know the business model of GFN and NVIDIA. Yes, as it pertains to GFN. But I don't know why you keep going over this concept. Like, if you want to keep going through it, I'm going to tell you the same thing, which is
Because Call of Duty doesn't have anything to do with NVIDIA as a whole. It has to do with GFN. They made a deal with GFN. So that's what we're sticking to. It's Call of Duty and GFN. And you're making it seem as if Call of Duty going to GFN is not a big deal because GFN doesn't make money off of its subscriber or whatever it was that you were trying to say. And then you asked me, Doc, how do you think GFN makes money? We can rewind the tape if you want. And I said, I assume they make money off of my subscription. And you said no. You literally said
so
no.
Let's go back. Okay, so that makes a good point. So let's go back to that. If
And it's okay to say I don't know, Purple. Like that's a perfectly good
I
answer.
do know this answer because I do know it, but I have to educate you in the conversation to catch you up to speed.
Purple,
That's
just
part of
answer
the
the question.
reason.
How does GFN make money, Purple?
Oh my god.
Let's go back to your initial question because I'm getting
No,
tired of this.
just answer the question. How does GFN make money, Purple? If you don't know, say I don't know. How does GFN make money? That's the question. That's the question you asked me. How does GFN make money? I told you. I thought.
I just told you that was if I asked you that question, that's not the question I meant to ask you. So if you're asking me the question I didn't mean to ask you, I'm going to say like GFN, because we say making money, GFN gets revenue from your subscription. So that's what you want to hear, right?
GFN gets money from my subscription. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah.
Okay, great, good point. All right, so let's go back to your whole thing about Activision. Okay, so why would Activision not put? Let's think about the point of sale for Call of Duty on GFN.
Mm-hmm.
Who gets the money at that point of sale? Probably two people, Steam and Activision.
I'm sorry, you broke up. Say again.
Two people probably get the money at the point of sale: Steam and Activision, or wherever you bought Activision before, wherever you bought Call of Duty before.
Where we got the game from? Yeah.
Okay, so why would Activision care about what's going on GFN?
Yeah, I don't know.
So that's my question. Like, so the whole point where you're saying like, yo, Microsoft is going to put the game on Game Pass. I still ask the question, why don't you think Activision why, like, if it was such a great business move, put it on Game Pass. Now you could say like, well, because then they don't have to split it with Steam.
Exactly.
They get all the money.
Exactly.
If it's such a great business move, and here's the question you're going to have to figure out when it comes to this idea, we already know that Microsoft said that they cannibalize sales. You don't care about that as a game. I totally get it, but we're not talking about the game. We're talking about business right here. Why then would they then take the main revenue driver that people were paying a premium for at Activision and then cannibalize the sale for themselves on Game Pass? You don't care about that. That's why I continue. But my whole argument about this, because this all started with the Activision Blizzard deal from a Microsoft perspective. So that's why I'm continuing to ask the question from a business perspective, because you look at it from a gamer perspective. I told you,
but me and David tried to. You said, "Can you guys guess why?" And David guessed, and then I doubled down on what his guess was. My again, a guess is that they do want to put Call of Duty everywhere and via cloud. Yeah. And then you had a really good statement like, "Hey, this is a market that hasn't been proven." Do you think more people? When you said, "Do you think more people are actually going to play it just because it's on the cloud versus people that could have just bought a system?" I was like, that's a really good point. I don't know, right? That was a good point. Where you lost me was when you tried to argue that them putting Call of Duty on GeForce Now somehow didn't make sense for GeForce Now or for Microsoft or whatever. Like that's where I got lost.
My argument wasn't so much about GeForce because then you brought in like who benefits GeForce Now or Microsoft. Something got to that point, but it's like
Microsoft definitely
now
benefits from it, and so does GeForce Now. They would both benefit.
to a degree, it depends. It's really expensive to stream cloud games, especially Call of Duty. I'm going to leave you like with that. It's really expensive. This is partly the reason why Stadia didn't make money.
I'm
This is part of the reason why
telling you right now, every single streaming service would be better if it had Warzone.
for the game.
Exactly. But what's good for
Yeah, but to good for the like I'm continuing to say when we go down the gamer, if companies did what was best for their customers, the road would be a lot better.
From a business standpoint, what like you don't think there's been people out there that've been like, oh, should I subscribe to Stadia? Oh, you can't play Call of Duty on it. And was like, nah, I'm good. You don't think that's ever came out of a gamer's mouth?
But when you think about
answer that question. You don't think that?
No, I think that's for sure for a gamer. But when we talk about, and this is the thing about cloud gaming, right? Who pays for the game to be streamed? You know how much it costs to stream a game?
I have no idea. No.
It costs between 25 and 70 cents an hour, depending on what type of game to stream.
But Purple, if gaming streaming services weren't profitable at all, or they didn't see a future in it, why would they do it?
Because they're hoping that one. Okay, so let's look.
So they gotta know something that we don't know. They gotta know something. So it don't matter how expensive it is. There must be a benefit to it.
Oh, great question, Doc. Let's look. Let's go down the whole list of gaming streaming services and let's see what's happening with them. All right, let's start with the one that's dead, Stadia.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Obviously, Google probably has a lot of information on gamers.
They probably do.
They decide to kill it. They cut that team almost down to like 10% of what that team was. Right?
Okay.
It's a bare bones team. And they're not really adding any of the new games, any of the 4K games. They're not renewing any of those contracts.
Right.
So you have those. Nintendo's not giving you 4K on their TVs to begin with, right? They're streaming 720, which probably doesn't take it's a lot cheaper to stream 720 than 1080, 2K, or 4K. So you understand where Nintendo is. Okay? GFN, I just told you, it's really, really expensive for them to stream games, but they're okay with it because they have basically a 70% markup on their GPUs. And the whole thing is to eventually get you to buy one of those GPUs. But in the meantime, they're going to continue to break even when they do the refurbished GPU, when they're putting it in their inventory so they can control the market on their product. So, but whatever. If you want to say they make money, but it's not the big, huge money maker that you make it out to be. So then that really leaves two of them. Sony? Boosteroid, I told you, I don't even know. Boosteroid's like a Ukrainian company where Russia, I don't know who they are, so I ain't going to put them in that category, right? So we're going to put Sony and Xbox, right? You know what Xbox has already told us about their even though they got higher numbers of subscribers, they already told us that it cannibalized their sales, right? So even if we think about it from whatever way you want to think about it, it lost software sales numbers to Game Pass. So it obviously was not the huge money maker that people would think it was supposed to be. Now, at one time, probably the projections exactly around the time that Stadia came out, exactly the time that we announced Luna, all that, yes, if we build it, they will come. But somewhere along the lines, they've come to the conclusion that, hey, there may not be that many potential subscribers for this service. There's a reason for that, because another type of gaming service has come around that actually is a better deal, depending on who you are, than a paying subscription service, right? And we could talk about that if you want. But there's really only two. Sony really hasn't. Have you been to Sony Cloud? Their cloud's really not really cloud, right? It's like a remote play. So the only one who's really sticking into this, head first, is Microsoft.
Right.
For everybody who continues to say, subscription services are like the future, and I even say this about Microsoft when they say, we want to be the Netflix of gaming. Well, let's look at the subscription service outside of game. Let's look at the ones on TV. That's what I always say. Disney was about to start with you. Time Warner Discovery was about to combine both HBO Go and Discovery into one because they said, we need to cut our cost on that. You don't really see Amazon hyping up what Prime was back like 18 years ago. Yes. Now, when had you heard anything about Prime? Streaming is actually really, really, really expensive. And so eventually they're hoping that streaming is going to become cheaper. And that's what they're trying to stick for in the long run. Right now, ahora, not the case. And a lot of companies who have a lot of data have come to the exact same conclusion. Microsoft's going all in. They're testing it. So kudos to them. If they need $70 billion to improve that library, look, I'm not going to tell them not to go at it. But to think that projections, which was my whole argument when we started this, projections that Microsoft had at the end of, man, this dog keep barking. Projections we had at the end of 2021 in gaming, in cloud gaming, everything to do with gaming, are probably a little bit less, are a little bit more than what the actual reality is. And so when you're dealing with something that's $70 billion, and you have to think that that's going to be called into question. That's my whole thing on Microsoft and Activision, right there.
Okay, so Call of Duty is the game that sells most every year, isn't it?
It is.
Isn't that worth it?
Well, call it for Activision Blizzard. For them, they make more money off of King or off of their mobile sales than they do off of their PC and console combined. For them.
Yeah,
but if you're talking about the most
Game Pass wise, like console, PS5, Xbox. We're not playing Candy Crush on the Xbox.
But if you're saying, like you said, is Call of Duty the most profit thing? The biggest money
makers, like their CDs. No, they make more
highest selling. You mean highest selling game? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. I know. Candy Crush. They get real good with those lives.
The highest selling game for all over, or just for Activision Blizzard?
Yearly. What is the top selling game on CDs, like copies or digital copies? However you want to
I know
call it.
Call of Duty is up there for sure.
The biggest money making games are all free. The top 10 money making games right now are free to play games.
But that's microtransaction in that game.
But that's.
No, he's asking what are the top selling games, Purple. Not what games make the most money. What are the top selling games? Yeah, I think it is. I think it's Call of Duty. FIFA is up there. I know that. Call of Duty, FIFA, 2Ks, and Madden's pretty much. Oh, Grand Theft Auto too. Yeah.
I mean, you could look at it like that, like the most selling. But when you think about the gaming companies, there's a reason why they're moving. They're moving towards live service, whatever, and that means a bunch of different things.
That's why Doc said that any cloud service that controls Warzone 2 or Warzone 2.3.0,
yeah,
it's a big money.
That's a big money.
$20 for each custom skins.
Yeah, it's big money.
No one's doubting. Look, no one's doubting why Microsoft wants the obviously, it's a money-making endeavor. No one I don't know why this is. We keep going in circles. My whole thing is projections. Even if we take what Call of Duty is last year, even if we take Activision, I choose the whole thing because we totally ignore Blizzard. I can almost promise you that Diablo 4 is going to rival Call of Duty this year. I don't know why we don't bring up these other titles and their thing.
Yeah, if Xbox gives World of Warcraft in the system, that would be big.
Yeah, no one's doubting why Xbox would I would never say Xbox shouldn't buy this. Xbox needs this. They don't have the IP, they don't have the studios, they don't have the talent concentrated enough.
Wait, you do think they should buy this?
If I'm Xbox?
Yeah.
Yes. If you're Xbox, if you're Microsoft, no.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, that makes sense. If you're Xbox, yes. If you're Microsoft, no. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my whole argument.
Yeah. Got
in a nutshell, is that Xbox for sure wants this. It's a huge thing for them. It breaks them sexy on the block. It helps their profit margin.
It's the same thing. It's like the same thing that happened with Google. I'm sure Google had enough money that if they wanted to stay in the game, they could have. But it wouldn't when they probably look at the whole picture of how much money they're making with everything else. They're probably just, the juice is probably not worth the squeeze. But for whatever reason, Microsoft wants to stay in the game. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I always talk about that though is when everybody talks about that 13%, or it's like 11, it's 13, I think it's 13%. 13% of Activision Blizzard sales came from PlayStation. Everybody talks about that. And go look at Activision Blizzard, they'll say it, they break it out. It's the third most selling PlayStation platform, provided the third most revenue to Activision Blizzard. That is in their annual report and everything. We're the first and second. And this is starting to get to why, like, you have to understand the problem Stadia was in. First is iOS with 20%. Second is the Play Store with 18%. So Google already gets quite a bit of money from gaming. But when you're
Isn't it Google? Play Store is Google?
Yeah, the Play Store belongs to Google, yes.
Yeah, so that's why. But
and they got a subscription service too, by the way.
yeah, they do, and that's why, like, so it's like the reverse.
It's
We
called
don't
Play
think
Pass.
of mobile like it, but when you're thinking about just pure dollar bills from a company standpoint in gaming, like Google and Apple are basically Microsoft and PlayStation of mobile. You basically buy all your mobile games from like the vast majority from those two, and
Right,
they have
and Xbox came to Microsoft and said, "Hey, we can't beat Google and Apple. We tried, but what we can do is we could buy their highest selling game on both of their stores and own
I
it."
don't think it's the highest. I don't think it's the highest.
Candy Crush is not.
I don't think so. I mean, there's a lot. You got to think because like
Well, one of the highest selling games on both of their
one of
stores.
the highest for sure, but you
Yeah,
have to look
and
at like
that's
the
genius.
markets are bigger.
That's genius. And by the way, we can start putting Call of Duty on the cloud. And by the way, we'll get money from all the Call of Duty players on PlayStation. And by the way, come on, man, shit. Now I'm looking at Xbox pitching this to Microsoft, and it's kind of making sense.
It makes sense until you start to do like overall thing. Like how much does Activision Blizzard make in profitability each year? That's where you have to start saying, and knowing that you're going to probably still cannibalize some of your sales and put it on Game Pass, right?
Yeah, but probably the amount of money they're going to make off of Candy Crush alone probably covers that.
No, this is Activision Blizzard. I'm not talking about Call of Duty. Activision Blizzard at the end of the day made $3.5 billion last year. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right? But that's last year. Let's say they make $4 billion this year.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's profit. And you're still going when you buy the company, let's say you were able to still get synergies. You're still looking at over a 10-year horizon, potentially making somewhere 45 to 50 billion, which looks huge. Like I don't think Xbox has made that the last 10 years combined. So that's huge for Xbox. But I continue to say if you're Microsoft, you're like, okay, for every $10 billion we put into Xbox basically brings back 11 billion. You have about a 10% profit margin on a good year, right? You look at it from Azure, for every $10 billion they put into Azure, they get 16 to 17 billion back. That's the map that Microsoft looks at and companies look at. That gamers just don't see. Like, yes, 3 billion is a lot of money. I'm not saying it's not. But when you look at the potential market for search and what you're doing with ChatGPT, it's a drop in the bucket. And that's why, like, ChatGPT wasn't around when this deal was announced. Like, nobody was talking about AI like this. Nobody was talking about Bing.
No. So do you think Xbox is making money for Microsoft? Period.
Do I think Xbox is making money from Microsoft?
For Microsoft, period, or is Xbox losing money to Microsoft?
I think they make money, but I think it's from a. I think they make a lot of money, but from a what's
Like,
the word I'm looking?
Do you think they make a profit? Do you think they make a profit for Microsoft, Xbox?
Yes.
Okay, so they make a profit, and then you think this deal is because they're going to be spending 79 billion, right? So they're already going to be 79 billion.
68.7.
How much?
67.8.
Oh,
68.7 or 67.8. I can't remember the
okay,
number,
so
but
67 billion they're about to spend. Okay, how long do you think it'll take for them to recoup that?
I don't know. I'm not sure if they're looking at it from a recoupability standpoint.
Oh,
They may be looking from a purely like trying to get their brand out there, like to further their brand. I'm not. I don't know what they. I honestly don't know. Someone ran the numbers and saw something, but I can almost assure you, the deal is not just for Candy Crush sales and Call of Duty sales. Obviously, they're looking at what Nintendo's doing, which I think only Nintendo really can do that. But those companies are looking at like, okay, how else can we spread this IP out? And I think like if you're Microsoft, you're definitely, or if you're Xbox, you're definitely like, yeah, we need to change something, right? Because those numbers aren't getting better. Meaning like they are increasing year over year, but the profit margin is the number you need to look at. And they went down last year, right? And that's obviously I get it. No first party games, delaying games, but that's the content business. And I think that's why Google, YouTube is out of content creation, right? There was a time where YouTube was in it, but YouTube went from content creation to content curation, right? That's why like Amazon, there was a time, like, I don't know if you remember, but Amazon Prime used to do like a whole bunch of pilots for TV shows. They used to do this thing where they would do like 8 pilots and then you would choose which one you, like we would vote on basically the top 2 pilots that they would make TV shows. They don't do that anymore, right? Content creation is very, very expensive. And so it's become more expensive with how interest rates have went up, how inflation has gone up. And that's why I bring up those other services. Disney Plus, they're getting more subscribers year over year, but it's still not the money maker Disney wants it to be. Don't believe me? Go look at any of Disney's reports. Go look at Disney stock recently. Right?
So
Some of that
all
has
these subscription services are losing money.
They're not. They're all
why are they
subscription
doing it?
services. Subscription services have plateaued. Let me say it like that. There was a time where we thought subscription services were like the answer to everything, right? And now what they're seeing, not in gaming, I think gaming still is low. I keep barking at it. But I think there was a time that we thought subscription services were going to take just over everything. Like that's going to be everything. I think people have
They almost
found
are,
out
though.
that
You
it's
could
going to
literally
be
subscribe for your groceries if you wanted to.
Yeah, but people are kind of, what we see is subscription fatigue. And you see a lot of subscription services actually shutting down. Like, remember there was a time like 6 years ago where we could get subscription, not in gaming, not for media, but food services. 4 or 5 years ago, you had Blue Apron, all these different food services, right? Like, almost half to 3/4 of those have already shut down. Like there was a time where like investors were really excited about subscription services. And that goes for all of them. But even now, there's a point to where you plateau. That's why I bring up the Netflix example. Netflix has somewhat plateaued. It costs for every new subscriber, it costs like you start to lose, what is it? The marginal cost per new subscriber has gone up and up. And that's why, if we notice over the last few years, Netflix's price has went up and up. Same thing with Prime. Amazon Prime. I don't know if y'all knows it, but Amazon Prime is going to probably be like $170, $180 this year. That's way more than when it was like $90, which was just over 10 years ago.
But yeah, but everything goes up in price. We know that.
Yeah, everything goes up. That's the whole point. And the reason it goes up is because of cost of labor, inflation, and so forth. But it has an outsized effect on content creation. And that's why, like, I continue to bring up when the deal was announced, a lot has changed. Does Xbox still want it? 100%. But I still kind of am in the boat of, we know that around 2014, Xbox was on the chopping block. We know that. Why? Because Xbox told us that. Phil Spencer has said that. And he said, Nadella came in and said, nope, we're going to go in for this. So whatever those voices were inside of Microsoft who are saying, let's get rid of Xbox, you have to ask the question, have they left or are they still there? Are they more excited for this or are they less excited for this deal? Knowing that gaming, that Game Pass being as on cloud, because Microsoft used to be super, or Xbox used to be super about the cloud. We haven't really heard a lot about the investments in the cloud over the last 6-7 months. Yeah, this is someone who follows the cloud. Right? We haven't really heard that. We heard stuff about the games. Thank goodness. Redfall, Starfield, Forza.
Almost everything is coming to the cloud.
Yeah, and everything is going to, but we don't see the push that they had last year, especially around last summer. Where it was every little thing. Oh, they opened this new market to the cloud. They did this little thing.
Actually, I think they dropped something today saying that they're at 40 different markets now worldwide. I think they actually dropped today on Twitter.
Yeah,
I think something like there's more Xbox xCloud is available in more markets than the Xbox console is. Something crazy like that.
I think it is. And so when I start to see,
that's impressive. I mean, that would tell me that they care about the cloud. I don't know what more we want.
No, what we're talking about is the projections. That's everything. It's always the projections. What did they think was going to happen versus what has happened? I can tell you that virtually from the market size, the adaptability, meaning the people who are going to switch over to the cloud, to the willingness to pay, to just about every single metric you can say at the end of 2021, whatever they said that projection was, because when you buy something, whether it's a car, a house, a business, you have projections of how much this is going to make you, how much it's going to save you, if it's going to meet your strategic goals. Almost all the assumptions we can probably say that we know have not panned out the way that they were probably projected at the end of 2021. And a lot of that doesn't have anything to do with the management of Microsoft, the management of Sony. It has a lot to do with no one was talking about a recession at the end of 2021. I can almost assure you, Microsoft wasn't in 2022, or 2023, we're going to lay off 12,000 employees. Things change. That's all I'm saying on this whole deal. And if we are ignoring that idea that when the deal was negotiated, that some of those assumptions changed, potentially some of the business cases and the reasons for getting this deal approved may have switched the other way around, we're doing people a disservice when we're just blindly saying, oh, the deal's going to go through. I haven't even talked about it takes two people to actually tango, right? Activision Blizzard was put in this situation not because they weren't making money, not because it's some small startup where they're looking to cash out. They were put in this situation because people were asking for their CEO to step down. Sexual harassment claims. That was the reason. They had a petition at the company that nearly half the workers signed to say, fire the CEO. But what did the CEO do? Just like anybody else who gets into these situations, they try to go find some alternative to get the heat off of him. They were going to bring charges to this guy because of what he did, or at least that's what they were threatening.
So because they're selling the company, they're not bringing charges to him anymore?
You don't hear anything about Phil Spencer or Bobby Kotick and sexual harassment. Tell me the one thing back in summer 2021 through December of 2021, you could not mention Activision Blizzard without talking about Bobby Kotick, what a piece of crap he was, and everything else about that company.
So this guy sexually harassed people, and because now
he turned a blind eye towards it. He allowed other people to do it, and he didn't penalize them.
Oh, okay. So now because he's selling the company, it doesn't fall on him anymore.
But he's selling the company, he's taking the heat off of him. We've moved past that news cycle. No one's talking about.
Oh, he just said to change the news cycle. Okay, got it. Okay. Yeah, that
changes
makes sense.
the perception of the company. So now, and this is what I continue to say. When you look at older people, older men particularly, if this was Oprah, I'd be like, yeah, that chick, she's selling. There's like older men, like when they pass like 55, 60 years old, they don't retire. They just stay in the company because you can always, like when you're dealing with high net worth individuals, the way they think is I can always make more money. I cannot always be more relevant. And that's why they continue to seek more and more power or whatever it is. Because when they leave the business world, they see it as a loss. Just tell me like the super rich duper person, hedge fund manager, casino magnate person, media personality, politician, you name it, was like, you know what? I'm stepping away.
Yeah, I have no idea, but we're not even really talking about gaming no more. We done gone.
No, but that's my whole point about like we went, so everybody automatically, when I talk about this deal, automatically says it from the Microsoft standpoint. Like Microsoft really wants it. I've always said, and that's what I will say. If the deal falls through, it falls through renegotiation, and it falls through because the two parties are probably no longer, the motivations behind it are no longer the same to get the deal done.
Right, you're saying the heat already got off, so there's no need to actually sell anymore.
It's already got, and he can also make an argument that Activision Blizzard is worth more today. He can make a very strong argument about that because considering how well
you just spoke how gaming is not as good as it was in 2022. Like what? Like how is it worth more than if gaming is not growing at the same amount as what it was?
You value a company. You value a company basically based upon how much the company makes. True or false?
I don't know. I literally asked you a question. I want you to make sense. You literally just said gaming is going down, but Active Duty is now worth more, and it's a gaming company. I just want you to make it make sense to me. That's all it is. I'm not being a smartass. I really want to know how do you make that make sense to me in layman's terms. If there's not a way to make sense to me, there's no way I can explain it to this.
So Activision Blizzard, so what I just said is, let's say they have to renegotiate it. Activision Blizzard could claim that they're worth more now because of how much they're bringing in now. We looked at when that deal was, let's go back to the fall of 2021.
Okay, so gaming is down, but Activision is making more money.
Blizzard was one of the few gaming companies that did well last year. Very few did. Activision Blizzard did well. So Activision Blizzard can easily say, instead of being worth $95 a share or $78 billion, whatever, they could say we're worth 10% more because our revenues are 10% better now. Our outlook is better. Right? They could easily make that argument. Microsoft.
Maybe that's why Xbox wants it, because they got them low. They got them on a low price.
I mean, but it depends on what you mean by low price. Xbox, once again, if it was up to Xbox, if it was solely up to Xbox, it's like saying it's solely up to the gamers. It's up to like a Microsoft board, the people who are looking at Microsoft as a whole. What those people may say is like the market for gaming, even though Activision Blizzard is doing well, they may look at the entire market and say, that's the entire market that they can capture, and say that is not doing as well. Those are two different. They're related.
And the deadline is if it goes past July. So if it goes past July, this deal is really in jeopardy of not going through.
Yes, that's 100% true. 100%. When it goes past July, I think there are a lot of factors that it's no longer like a guaranteed slam dunk. I think, and that's where I just bring up my point of view. Is it's an alternative. It's like if you're not looking at it from that perspective, which is the business.
Okay, so you do think the deal's gonna go through. You just don't think it's gonna go through if it goes past July.
I think you could say that. 100%.
Yeah. Okay. So once we get past July, that's when your prediction is like, yeah, this shit ain't going through.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
I think up to right now, what I'm saying is,
and July is right there.
It's still 3 months away. I'm still going to give it, but I think the biggest thing, though, that I would say that gives my point of view a little bit more like it's a little bit sharper or whatever, where no one actually can explain this, is the FTC. I'll say this, I don't think the FTC can block this deal at the end. If Microsoft and Activision want the deal to go through, they will eventually win in court. I am not saying that the FTC will win. I'm not saying that whatsoever. What I am saying, though, is the FTC has said that they're not going to hear the court case until August. Everybody continues to ignore this fact. They believe that if the CMA says the deal can go through, the EU says the deal goes through, that somehow the FTC is going to say, okay, yeah, we're also going to say the deal's going to go through. Which I don't understand why they would say that, considering who is in charge of the FTC right now and considering what she's already said. She really wants to, she doesn't care about losing. She cares about furthering case law and antitrust. And so if we hold her to her word that she's not going to hear the case until August, and we already see that the FTC has had the power to fine people post-merger, right? The bet becomes, well, do we believe Microsoft Activision are going to go ahead with the deal, even though Activision says in they have a whole section, if you want to go look at it, go look at Activision Blizzard investor site. They'd spend 2 to 3 pages talking about what happens if the deal does not go through. Go in depth on this. And you have to believe somehow that the FTC either drops their case, which everybody is saying the FTC is going to drop their case, but we already, even if you hear Hogue Law, he says, this FTC, it's a wild card. We don't know. So if she holds to that August deadline, and if Microsoft, and it probably would behoove Microsoft to not go ahead and purchase this over the FTC, over their judgment, the deal has to not get signed until August. And that is the conundrum that I don't think
they could buy it without the FTC?
They can, but they risk a major, major fine. Because what can happen is the same thing that's happening like with Google and Amazon. FTC is going back and relooking those purchases of and Facebook, right? That's where you hear like they're investigating the purchase of WhatsApp. They're investigating the purchase of YouTube. They're investigating because it costs a lot more for these companies if they have to break up than if they just wait. So if Microsoft and Activision really want to get it done, let's wait a few months, right? But I continue to think like it's during that renegotiation. Oh, by the way, Activision Blizzard gets $3 billion if the deal does not go through by July. Just because that's how the contract's written. And so when you start to look at that, now the deal has cost Microsoft an additional $3 billion. And I get Severance said it's a drop in the bucket. Nah, $3 billion is still $3 billion. Someone's still gonna have to like answer to that. So I'm saying if the deal goes through, it's gonna happen before July. It's gonna happen, and the FTC is gonna have to drop their case, which there's no evidence that they're willing to do that. They were just last week bragging about how they have brought this lawsuit, so I don't see it. Even if the CMA and the EU agree to it, the biggest market for Activision Blizzard and Microsoft is the United States. And I just think people are really underestimating this FTC and their willingness to go to bat with these large tech companies. So that's why I bring up my thing. It's just because I think too many people are what I call bullish on this deal going through. Too many people are just throwing caution to the wind and not looking at the lay of the land. And they're just taking it like, oh, Microsoft's a big company. They're going to push it through. Unfortunately, there's 2 other people in this that have a say in this. And one of them we already know has brought, if it was the case that they were going to let it through, they would have never sued. I don't think they're suing to stop Xbox from getting Activision. I think they're suing because they need to develop case law so they can go after like Amazon and Google. If they let this deal go through, they have to let those other deals go through. And I don't think they're trying to do that. So they at least need it to go to trial so they can have something to fall back on when they prosecute those other deals. That's just from the regulator standpoint. And then I've already said from Activision's standpoint, Bobby Kotick is not about the workers. It's not about the GMs of the different studios. Literally, the deal was negotiated by Bobby Kotick to begin with. So you have to understand his motivation. for people who are like, well, he's gonna get a huge payday. The dude's already a billionaire. If he gives up the company, this dude's been in charge for 30 years, and like Crazy Louis says this, oh, the dude's tired. And that's when I bring up, like, when have you seen this happen with the old dude who has money just giving up his power? It just doesn't happen.
Everyone was saying that supposedly he gets the heat off his shoulders and he can get that golden parachute. That's what the people were saying. Is that true? In your point of view?
If he gets the heat off of his shoulders,
Y'all stay in here though.
if he gets the heat off his shoulders, will he get the... Say it again?
Golden parachute?
He could have negotiated the golden parachute before.
Yeah, that's what people say. I don't know. I'm just asking.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, I would say, like, if that was his goal, was for a golden parachute, he would have just negotiated that. He's the CEO and he sits on the board. He would have just negotiated his golden parachute before all of this if he just wanted to step away. So, like, sure, maybe he can do that, but I would say he could, how much, I mean, right now, if he sells the company, I think they said he gets between 300 to 400 million, depending on how the stock vests. So, this is a guy whose salary was traditionally 40 to 50 million. You know what I mean? Like, I guess, but he could do that anyway.
I don't know. Alright, so you still there?
Yes, we're gonna go ahead and end it.
Okay.
A lot of information. Thank you for the info though, Purple. Lot to go off of though. But still good nonetheless. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, Harold seems what feels. I forgot. I haven't been checking chat. I'm sorry, guys. I'll be in chat with y'all somewhere else. Thanks, ISO. I didn't mean to hijack your thing. Doc,
Oh no,
Doc
no,
was
it's
here.
all good. You're talking to Doc. I was just chilling. I was like, I don't have anything to say for it. I personally don't really care for the deal. It's either it goes through or it doesn't. That's pretty much it for me.
For me, it's just I'm just bringing up a different point of view. Like,
Right.
I just think that people have just giving them more facts so they can make a judgment a little bit with another side, because we hear stuff about the Sony side, and
Right.
you mention anything about Sony, right? I mentioned everything from like the people who actually matter. I didn't really mention anything about Game Pass. I didn't really mention anything. I just mentioned purely about the facts of the industry and so forth. And to me, that's important.
This is facts. Right. I'm gonna go ahead and end it, David. You got anything else to say?
No, that's it. That's plenty of that. Next week, probably some Google questions.
Hey, all right. You guys have a good one. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. I'm gonna go ahead and push you guys out.
Later.
All right, later.
Later.
Oh shit! I joined the wrong one.
What?
All right, guys, we're gonna go to end it. That was the What a War podcast number 61. Lot of information. It's I from what Purple was saying, I get a gist of what she was saying. It's just a lot. I mean, for me personally, I don't really care. I'm just kind of here for the ride as far as all the Activision, Xbox deal. It's just whenever it goes through. If it does go through, if it doesn't, it is what it is. I ain't tripping too much, but it is cool info nonetheless. I saw hella lots. I was like, yeah, maybe a little bit, maybe who knows? We'll see. But all right, guys, you enjoy the rest of your night. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Harold, Jason, Potato, OJ90, whoever else might be in chat. You guys enjoy the rest of your night, and you guys have a good one. What a warrior! All right, shoots.